just has a fantastic sense of timing. She's a real showman.
Thank
I'm
God
gonna set
birthday
something
girl
on
Matilda
fire.
here doesn't meow.
You lucked
They get
out,
into a
Zito.
contest for 3 hours.
I'm making it a contest.
I mean, she's also an older cat, though, so...
That means Jack for Dick.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone! Welcome back to Unexpectables, the episode where we've split the party and we're all gonna die.
Says Gaijin Goomba, the man who is.
Oh,
going to
yeah?
die.
Look, I have 69 hit points, nice and all, but, you know, living...
That's the tricky part.
It's the two boys that don't want to get in melee. Now we're gonna have to get in melee, so I'm a little.
Well, I'm
a little
that guy
with
that cool 80. I got a nice even round number, you know.
Ooh.
But I'm the cool kid here, obviously.
God.
Ah, those numbers, so murderable, so low.
Yeah, so below of an utterance of power word kill.
God.
It's true. It's absolutely true. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the episode where we split the party.
Don't you know? Yeah, never split that part.
And the two tankables are in one party, and the two support DPS are in a party, and gonna be fun.
You got a tank and a utility in one party, and you have high dex DPS in the other party.
Yup. So it's fun.
It's okay. It's not like the DM can just alter the fight so it may be challenging but not also brutal, right? Roll 20.
Lol, said the DM. Lamau.
I also want to point out that we're fighting. It's like an undead construct. It feels like.
Yeah,
You have no idea what's going on.
Most of our shit is gonna do dick for squat when it comes to damage.
Yoo-hoo. I don't know, Monty. You talked about him coming up like with bodies attached to him, and I'm just like, man, this is some.
This sounds like a Frankenstein.
Yeah, just a bit.
No, it's fine. It's all good.
Sorry, a Frankenstein's monster.
He's just wearing a flesh boa. You know, it's just boa. It's like a boa that you wear around your neck, but it's made out of bodies.
Great. Undead
Hooray!
Hulk Hogan is gonna whoop our asses.
Great.
And Remy and Panic have to deal with John.
Son of a.
Yep,
Literally,
John.
They get flesh, we get stone.
I kind of prefer flesh. To be completely honest.
Listen, I'm trying to seek a metaphor here somewhere. All right, man, come on. I'm trying to find something here. Help me out.
I actually had an idea for this episode's title even before we're doing it.
Oh, good. What would that be?
Forgotten Toys.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Get fucked, everyone else who had a suggestion.
No, I mean, someone could come up with something better depending on how this episode goes. Like, that's just an idea that I had in my brain because I thought it was
episode
really,
where someone dies.
The episode where someone dies. No! That's you know what? You know what we should do in the future? Like, we should use that episode title for a session where nothing happens. like it's just like, like a nice festival episode, and we're just eating snacks.
Monty, you know what? The best way to do that is that literally the episode starts with someone killing a roach, and then it's just all fucking downhill fluff from there. It's an episode of Seinfeld.
Amazing, yeah. I want to do that, but we kind of spoiled it. So we'll do that. We'll still scare people because who listens to the banter on YouTube? Not the YouTube viewers.
Oh my!
No one remembers that I make homebrew because they all miss the banter.
God.
You gotta do it in between rounds of combat. Be like, this.
By the way, Alan wishes his guide to social acceptance.
All right, settle down. We'll get to our intros here soon.
All right.
Speaking of, let's go ahead and just go down the line this time. Bosco, where can they find you?
At EdBoscoVA on both Instagram and Twitter, and right here on twitch.tv/EdwardBosco.
What cool thing are you doing?
Nothing.
Oh, I'm hurt.
And there we have it. Gaijin Goomba, where can they find you, and what are you up to?
Apparently not co-streaming with Bosco playing Samurai Warriors 5. The dead
silence speaks volumes.
Wow. All right. So anyway, I guess we're still friends. No, I'm at twitch.tv/Gaijin Goomba, no H, because of jokes. Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, 7 p.m. US Central. Lately, as I mentioned, I've been going through Samurai Warriors 5, which has been an absolute blast. And I've been joined predominantly with our very own Edward Bosco because I had no idea that he was super into this franchise. Apparently he is. I love it for the history and that good old folklore. He loves it because, you know, what was your highest combo? Like 20,000 hits,
Over
something like
20K,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, 20K. There we go.
I also like history.
Aside from that, though, it's probably going to be a lot of that in the near future. But I will say I've got a big thing coming up. So on August 14th, on Saturday, that's the Obon season. For those of you that don't know, it's kind of like Dia de Muertos for Japan. But the big thing about that time of year is the Obon Festival, where you have like the big sort of wooden tower stand thingy where people have taiko up there playing and everyone's doing those big circle dances with special Obon music. I came to find out that there's a whole bunch of Obon like style music for limitless anime and games and stuff like that, the least of which being Yakuza. And so since I can't get my butt back to Japan and most everyone else can't, I'm going to have the first ever Otaku Obon, where it's kind of the same idea. I've got my electric taiko drum. I've got a kick-ass stand now that I can play it on. And so I figured we drum to that. We play all these dumb, like, anime and manga Obon-style songs from freaking Dr. Slump, Yakuza, Digicarrot. The list just goes on. And yeah, I think that's just going to be a ton of fun. I got promo art, but I obviously can't share it here. So I'll get that announced soon. Got a new video coming out over on Gadget Perspective talking about the Snake Eyes movie. I tear that movie apart for the reasons you may not expect. And I've got a Witch Ninja on the rest of Snake Eyes from all the other sources coming soon. So, sorry, I've got a lot going on.
That is
Gaijin's
totally fine.
Gaijin's a busy egg.
Oh,
You
I
are
want to
a very
stop.
busy egg.
But no, out of all those things, like I'd say the Otaku Obon is going to be the most fun. So please swing by that if you can, the 14th.
Yeah. Zito, where can they find you?
Over at twitch.tv/Zito, CZ Backlash on Twitter. Just type in Christopher Zito in DM's Guild and the Ever Ingot Almanac on Patreon for homebrew shit that isn't on DM's Guild yet, but will be probably in the future. Who knows? I need eyes on the stuff so I can actually, like, you know, get playtesting and stuff done. That's what the playtest is for the Patreon. Aloysius' Guide to Social Acceptance made gold, but I've actually obtained some very interesting news. If I have at least one object on DM's Guild that is platinum, which means that it must sell 1,001 copies of something, I have the rights to actually create a book of at least 100 pages or more to have a physical copy.
Wow.
So I got all the artwork for Aloysius' Guide to Social Acceptance Volume 2. I don't know if I combine both books, they may just make 100. If they don't, then Volume 3 will be in the works. But basically that means that, hey, I can make Aloysius into a physical book if you could somehow get Volume 1 to 1,001 sold copies.
That's wild, dude.
That's on you guys in chat. Help make that a thing.
Willie actually helped me out with that one. He gave me that bit of information this morning, and I'm like,
cool.
oh, fuck, that's rad. So that's happening over on DM's Guild. My computer is now over on the side in the corner crying because it's an old hackney piece of shit. And all hail Jub, the new computer. He's right here next to me. He's not making a fucking peep. He has like 64 gigs of RAM in him. He's got all kinds of SSDs in him. I got one of my mods got me a 3060 or a 3080. I don't remember which one. It's a 3060. So now he has a 3060 running in him. So what am I using this vast amounts of power for? I'm playing indie games that don't even fucking need it. I'm playing this cool new game called Time Break Chronicles that's out on Steam. Hey, do you like Final Fantasy VI and roguelikes? It mashes both of those together in the best way possible. It's roguelike live alive, actually. That's the best way I could fucking describe it, and it's so rad, and I can't recommend it enough. It has eaten countless hours of my time. Might be playing Creatures of Aether and a new Metroidvania called Grime. What is it about? It's fucking body horror, the Metroidvania. So if that's cool to you, check me out on twitch.tv/Zito.
Awesome. Monty, where can they find you?
You can find me at MontyGlue on Twitter and at twitch.tv/MontyGlue. A lot of streaming stuff is going to be weird for the next week and so, just because I'm getting my COVID vaccine this coming Friday. So there may be, unfortunately, some interruptions in regards to all streams I'm involved with until such time as I recover from that. I could be good. I could be bad. I have no idea. All I know is that other people I know and who I'm related to who got the second shot did not handle it well. So, yeah, just a heads up on that. And sorry for the inconvenience. This is just kind of the way summer goes sometimes, and also, health stuff. So, but usually, and more recently, I have been playing Metopia, and it's a game. My second RPG party consists of myself, my cat Goblin, Dr. Coomer, and Merrick's from Kirby.
Who's the horse person?
Nemesis still. No one loves the horse as much as Nemesis. No one has since then. So, unfortunately, Nemesis, my Twitch chat, and Cookie Mama were kidnapped by the Dark Lord Bosco, and we have to save them. So, yeah. But we managed. We're in the sand area, so it's fun. So yeah, come and check that out. It's ridiculous. We saved Donkey Kong, I think, the last time we played, so that was fun.
Excellent. And they can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.com/DistortionDevil. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Tuesday is tabletop stuff. Probably going to be looking into some other games to play that aren't GW affiliated for reasons. Yeah, but we played Digimon, the trading card game. That's a lot of fun still. Friday's Friday Funhouse, where I just play a bunch of fun games with my friends. Probably going to be playing some Guilty Gear Strive or Amogus, probably a little bit of both. Saturdays, before Gateway this week, they're going to have a fun little beer dungeon. I'll be playing Yakuza 4. Missed out on that fun little game. And Sundays, I am playing Wildermyth, which is a really cool sort of top-down, turn-based RPG-esque type of thing where you tell a story and there's narratively driven content with a lot of different sort of randomly generated stuff. It's really cool. Tune into the streams. Trust me, it's awesome. The name generators are fantastic. But yeah, that's going on for me. Be sure as well to check out Dead House Sonata. They just rolled out their new Founders Packs. So if you missed out on the old Founders Packs for the previous iteration of them, they're gone forever now. But they have a brand new 3 Founders Packs. You can get access to the first age, the second age, or you can get something called the Ashen Ring, which has a bunch of different goodies. So be sure to check out the game where you play as the dead to fight the living, Dead House Sonata. And also check out my DM's Guild, where I release a bunch of 5th edition content, including subclasses, and I will be rolling out some more subclasses soonish here. I've kind of got my plate full a little bit with things that require my attention, so production of the subclasses will be a little bit slower than usual, but I'll try to get something out for you this month, everybody. Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay.
My turn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, guys. So I already see people asking in the chat, so I figure clear this up at the beginning when the most people are here, and you guys can kind of pass it on. A lot of people are confused as to where Borky is. So first of all, real quick, Borky is still back in the city. So I know he was supposed to go with Task and Greckles, but for those of you who are confused as to why he wasn't there last week, that's where he is back in the city. And Kurt and I actually had a really long talk, I want to say it was about 2 weeks ago, about everything, considering where we are in the story. So I figure it's appropriate for me guys to tell you that the decision was made for him to take a step back from the Unexpectables for the foreseeable future. He's got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of really cool opportunities. I'm not sure if you guys heard, but he actually just did something with AEW as one of their streamers. They had him as a guest on there, and he's had a lot of stuff going on. So he's trying to consolidate from what I understand, but the door is always open. So we appreciate the fact that he got all this stuff started. We appreciate the fact that this wouldn't have happened without him. So for right now, that's kind of where we sit. So we wanted to let all of you guys know. The reason we didn't say it last week is we weren't sure what was going on. So we wanted to make sure. But yeah, for the foreseeable future, that's kind of where we stand. So we just want to let all of you guys know, so you're not like, oh, what happened to Taco? Where'd he go? He's doing good. He's extremely busy. Like I said, I had a very long talk with him. It was not something that was done easily. It breaks his heart because he wants to be here, but you know, life is life. So that's kind of where we stand. And if you guys have any questions or concerns, I'm sure the mods or, you know, myself when I'm in the chat, I can answer stuff for you. But there we go. So that's where we stand with that. So now you guys are all on the same page as us, and yeah, we'll see what happens in the future. But for now, yeah, there's not going to be anything beyond that. But what there is still is we are still sponsored.
So somehow we're still sponsored.
Yes.
Ba-da-da.
Ba-da-ba-da? What? Dabba-dee dabba-die?
Dabba-dee dabba die hard dice. You can find all of their amazing products at dieharddice.com. They've got both polymer and metal dice in any shapes, sizes, and colors you can imagine. And they're actually rolling out a new set, sort of in the vein of the Dracona set. I think it was called like the reticle set. It's another one of their die casts, their metal dice, and they're really cool. They've got like borders that sort of make it look like you're looking out of a like little chevrons on the side of the dice that sort of make it look like you're highlighting something in a video game, like you got something in your sights. It is reticle is what the new set is called, and they're really cool. Be sure to check them out. They're rolling that out soon.
Oh God! Oh no!
Are you gonna make it?
It's sort of like a steampunky sci-fi sort of look to them.
Every time there's like new Die Hard Dice announcement, it's like that picture of that cat with the heavy breathing, like it's just like, oh no. Good, did you see how
peeking the mic?
This one's for you, Austin.
Yeah.
But yeah,
you can find that over at dieharddice.com, and if you use the code The Unexpectables, you can get 10% off your entire order. And I think that's everything before reading off some bits and subs.
Before we start with the bits and subs, Bosco and Connor, and this is just for everybody in chat, reading the bits and subs is really hard. I had to do it for the first time for our 3-part one-shot on Saturdays during the absence of Connor, and I thank you for doing this, because it's hard to be a rap god.
Yeah, it is. You did fine, though. Yeah. All right. I should probably get to it, though.
Rap god.
Gear Cannon, thank you for the 15 months of Prime. Are we on a time crunch, by the way?
I'm going to give you 10 to 13 minutes, maybe.
Okay. All right. We got time.
I need to get water as well.
Iron Starum, thank you for the 500 bits. Wait, no. Terran817, thank you for the 6 months of Prime. 6 months! Unfortunately, I can't stay up tonight because tomorrow I'm taking an exam and becoming a pharmacy technician. Everyone hope that I make the DC on my intelligence check and I'll catch you on the VOD. Well, good luck. That sounds like a fantastic thing for you.
I'm going to cast Fox's Cunning on you. Good luck.
Yeah. Greasy X Spoon, thank you for the 16 months. Crazy Tail 30, thank you for the 16 months. True Lord Darkness, thank you for the 10 months of Prime. Da Spoon, thank you for the 9 months. I am here. DRK Gannon, thank you for the 16 months of Prime. Welcome back, everybody. Good luck on the fights. L Robot, thank you for the 8 months. And acceptable name, thank you for the 16 months. Blitzcrank, Mike Crank, gonna give it to you.
Oh God.
Fired up and ready to fuck.
No, please. I quit that shit cold turkey. Don't do this to me.
Good on you. Sergeant Tucker, thank you for the 13 months. Drinking some Irish cream whilst getting my ass kicked in Bloodborne. Ah, that sounds like a grand old night right there.
Sinks to me.
What's that smell? Irish cream. And Tilleris, thank you for the 8 months of Prime. Welcome back, Connor. Hope your fight with the bears has earned you a fur cloak. Well, I didn't fight any bears, but I did fight a lot of cheese. And also a lot of people from Iowa.
Wait, you fought a bunch of people?
From Iowa. So I guess you could call them people, but... Skullfar, thank you for the 16 months. Woo! First session I've been able to catch live in months. Let's go. Dragon Alchemist, thank you for the 15 months. Pentageddon, thank you for the 7 months. What 7 months? How the time flies. Barbecue Man, thank you for the 16 months. So can Mike Crank do a backflip? Maybe.
That's his intimidation.
Check this out.
Mission status sick.
Pseudonym, thank you for the 14 months. I wish I could stay, but I have eye surgery in the morning. Ooh, good luck. Best of luck
God.
tonight, and catch you in the VODs. Good luck on your surgery tomorrow, dude. Or good luck to your doctors, I should say. Tazuto, thank you for the 6 months. Thanks to Probably Not a Mayor for my gift sub. Tillor, thank you for the 14 months. Just Another Clone, thank you for the 15 months. Just in time for my birth miss. Good rolls tonight, y'all. Corey the Platypus, thank you for the 15 months of Prime. Woo! K Mac Mon, thank you for the 14 months of Prime. Blonde Man Cat Snake, thank you for the 16 months of Prime. Olin Dawes, thank you for the 11 months. 11 months sub, watching for 2 years. Kick John's ass, Bosco. Sergeant Tucker, thank you for the 100 bits. Blue team up in this stream. Goma Red, thank you for the 15 months of Prime. Viridian Winter, thank you for the 45 bits. Connor came back. I did. Ate a bunch of cheeky curds. Umber-tastic, thank you for the 11 months. 11 months, huh? Nice. I'm not going to be able to make it to a year due to my D&D group switching to Wednesdays, but I've still got the YouTube videos. Love watching this series. Thank you so much, Umber-tastic. Good luck with your D&D. Constable Mutton, thank you for the 100 bits. In before Gaijin, Nat Ones, and Mike Crank eats the Sunblade.
He can't eat the Sunblade. It's made of light.
Don't give him
But he
ideas,
can
for
eat
fuck's
you.
sake.
Anything can eat anything you guys have if they want to eat it enough.
Oh,
And
shit.
also, anything's a weapon.
Monty, I
Anything
want to
is-
now be introduced to an enemy that just consumes light.
No.
I don't know why, but my brain just went to Kirby, even though Kirby's not a D&D
My
creature.
I mean,
brain
he's
just
a
went to
walking
like
black hole.
my
Anything is-
brain just went to like 3.5 books that I have in my library right now.
Anything is food if you're brave enough. Constable Mutton, thank you for the 100 bits. Greckle's Flowery Nips, thank you for the 100 bits. So is everything back to normal schedule-wise? Also, Austin did great. Yeah.
Oh, I will say this. There is a slight chance, just due to the COVID vaccine, that there might not be a session next week, but it's a maybe. We'll probably announce
Yeah.
it depending on where I'm at throughout the week, because maybe I won't react badly. I have no idea. It's kind of unpredictable. So we just ask for your patience at this time, just because it's really out of our control for the most part.
Yeah.
So just a
All
heads
right.
up.
White Fang, thank you for the 15 months of Prime. Super Choco Devil, thank you for the 4 gifted subs to the community. Argent Lyall, thank you for the 16 months. Renfield 88, thank you for the 5 gifted subs to the community. Morth Rander, thank you for the 3 months. 3 months, let's go. A Broken Tabaxi, thank you for the 6 months. Zenlita, thank you for the 500 bits. So if Borky went with Task and Greckles to fight Mike Crank, would that make him an archaeologist?
That's a good pun. Hey, that's a good pun.
Bubba Bob.
You get a 0, not a negative. You get a 0.
Bubba Bob, thank you for the 500 bits. Ready to see the battles tonight against the rusted and iron and rotten flesh. James Rochelle, thank you for the 16 months. 18 months. It's been a ride. Yeah. Blackfoot Fair, thank you for the elite bits. Wasn't Aloysius's ogre's name when he completed his nerd transformation in the second movie? What?
What?
Huh?
You had me at ogre, and I would have actually said the ogre's name in the book, but nah, I'm gone. Sorry, dude.
Skyblaze,
But
thank
thank
you for
you.
the 100 bits. Nom Nom Goblin, thank you for the 200 bits. Woo, back in Alabasta. Can't get that sand from Ruba out of everything. Welcome back, everybody. That one, Blind Kid, thank you for the 13 months. Just locked down a new house. Let's fucking go. Hey, congrats.
Yo, congrats on real estate.
Major Kudo, thank you for the 12 months. Doranats, thank you for the 4 months of Prime for the Mist. Brian Merrill, thank you for the 50 bits. Listening to you guys, finishing my LDM and modules to be submitted for the school I work in. Hope both John and Mike Crank have no multi-boss forms. Oh, God. Roan One Flew, thank you for the 13 months in a row. How's everyone doing? We're doing all right. Yeah. Flustered Bun, thank you for the 9 months. Hi, just excited to be here. How have you guys been? Go Zito.
Oh, for Aloysius, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aloysius 2, Aloysius 2 will have 40 races, by the way.
Oh.
That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of content. Bag of Holding, thank you for the 16 months. Wednesday, yet again. Work was blah today, but there's always Unexpectables to make my day better. Yeah. The Demon Who Stubs Your Toes, thank you for the 16 months. First time being able to catch live in a long while. Glad to see you back.
Perfect.
Thank you so much, Demon Who Stubs Your Toes.
That's the best and worst name. Wow.
Man, why would you do this? You're a maniac. Lumberjack Fantasies, thank you for the 1,500 bits. You have all gotten me into D&D, and I'm finally in my first campaign. You fueled my all-nighters at college, and finally graduated this year and landed a job, so it's time to give back to you all. Also, Bosco, how about them Cubs?
That's a deep cut, and I don't appreciate you.
Oh.
Thank you for the 1,500 bits.
Sport ball.
Humdrum Gum, thank you for the 16 months of Prime Subbage. Jump, begin. Great Otaku Bomb.
Online.
Thank you for the 10 months. Thanks to Probably Not a Mayor for my gift sub. Hey. Nova Jen, thank you for the 16 months. Just got moved into my new apartment and starting my new job on the 16th. Thank you for keeping me sane through all your sessions. Love you and keep kicking ass. Yeah. Mr. 99 Ninjas, thank you for the 3 months of Prime Subbage.
What?
Dog just had pups. They're a Boston Terrier and Yorkie mix. I call them Borkies. Aww.
Oh.
Magic Ninja Go, thank you for the 100 bits. I got home from the Lego Con on Monday, and 3 things.
What?
One, there's a convention for everything, apparently.
That flies.
Jet lag can hit like a truck. 2, I forgot how much of a workout going to cons is. 3, when I picked up my grandpa, he gave me my Boksu box that came in that day.
Ooh. How was it?
There you go. I'm sure we'll get another 100-bit message to tell you how it is soon. Defective Sheep, thank you for the 16 months. So you finally reached the next door's arc. Or the next door arc, Monty. Okay.
That's one of those names I didn't realize what it was until I read it out loud and my soul left my body.
Oh, no.
It was like, Yeah, I'm enjoying the game a lot. I highly recommend checking it out. We also have a cat cam. I forgot to mention that too.
Ooh. Sonage J, thank you for the 16 months. Free Shavakadu, thank you for the 13 months of Prime Subbage. New episode hype. Luke the Lucas, thank you for the 100 bits. Glad to see you back, Connor. Hope you had a wonderful time away from everything. I did. I drank a lot of beer and didn't think for a while. Wiley Willie, thank you for the 16 months. Revengerist, thank you for the 12 months of Prime. 1 year. That's correct. Nature Claw, thank you for the 16 months. Wishing Taka the best for his future escapades. In other news, time to kill John the Meat Man. Don't trust his meat. Don't worry. Ivan the Vandal, thank you for the 14 months of Prime. I wanted to heat up a burrito, but literally all of my plates were in the dishwasher, so I stuck it in a coffee cup and microwaved it upright. That's the kind of guy I am.
I mean, when you gotta do it.
When you don't have things, you use it. Yeah.
The most
you
peak
gotta
bachelor thing I remember hearing about is a guy who was like, it was so bachelor. This is like the worst thing. He had a head of iceberg lettuce, and he ate it by drizzling salad
Holy
dressing on
shit.
top of it and
No
biting
fucking
it
way.
out over a sink. Like an apple. And I remember reading that and going, that is peak. I'm like, that is the lowest point you can get to, is drizzling lettuce with salad dressing and taking a bite out of it over a sink.
That's not my idea of a depression meal, but it certainly made me depressed. Iron Storm, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Hello, bought a D&D player's handbook, monster manual, and the DM's guide. To one day become a DM myself. Question for expert DMs and Bosco. If I eventually want to run a Stargate SG-1 style D&D campaign, do you know of any material that I should read to incorporate modern military technology into my fantasy campaign just to avoid home brewing?
So
I actually have an answer.
I do too.
Mine's very quick, Monty.
Yeah, mine's pretty quick too. In the Dungeon Master Guide, there is actually stats for like modern weaponry. You can find it. I can't remember what page it's on, but it does exist. So it is there if you're trying to find that sort of stuff. An official material, at least.
All right, unofficial answer. Look up Dark Matter from Mage Hand Press. It's the closest thing you're going to get to Spelljammer before they decide to make Spelljammer official again.
There you go.
There you go. Greckle's Flowery Dips, thank you for the 100 bits. Borky's now focused on his cheese shop. It'll be okay. Ah, hell nah. Thank you for the 200 bits. Damn, Taka absolutely brought me here, but I don't feel like he's going to be gone for too long. And if he is, hey, that's life. I'm happy he's successful, and the Unexpectables can keep on trucking. Fantastic, Callum. Thank you for the 100 bits. While I am very sad that Taka won't be here with us for a short while, I am happy for him and wish him the best. Though I am sad, it's one less person who's able to pronounce my name correctly. Dr. Caliban, thank you for the 13 months. Login Moggin, thank you for the 6 months. 6 months. Hip. Zen Leader, thank you for the 300 bits. We'll miss Borky on the team, especially now that we're down to only one tank now, and Remy. Jinty13, thank you for the 7 months. Love it.
You're all reasonably level and punchable. It's okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna find that out today.
Just kneeling, thank you for the 150 bits. You ever hear about that cactus with the invisible needles? I guess they made their point clear.
Oh my god.
You get a
Rar
plus
Hockey,
one.
dude. Thank you for the 200 bits. Is it safe to say Borky is just working on the Swiss Dragon? Maybe.
Sure.
Valis, thank you for the 16 months. Death by Chair, thank you for the 50 bits. Mike Crank, I kill you. Hold still. No moving. Lunar Dragon, thank you for the 8 months. We'll miss Taka, but I'm real happy for him. Hope you all do well with only panic tanking now. Login Moggin, thank you for the 400 bits. Have some bits. Good luck, everyone. Loragon, thank you for the 7 months. F Gear, thank you for the 11 months. Almost a full year. Yeah! And W Joe, thank you for the 16 months. Axis Azrael, thank you for the 3 months. Biako, thank you for the 1,500 bits. Well, my schedule has changed, and now I can watch live for the first time in a year. And Taka is getting up in the world. Oh well, glad to be back. Just Dealin, thank you for the 16 months. So I guess Panic banished Borky as well. That's not fuck you. It's not what I wanted, but that's what happens. Those who know, know. Burnout Vaughn, thank you for the 100 bits. I predict that Bosco will cast Booming Blade, and if things get dire, perhaps Shatter as well. Kier Dex, thank you for the 7 months of Prime. So canonically, Borky's focused on his cheese business. Probably. That one dwarf, thank you for the 100 bits. Lettuce.
Thanks. I'm gonna grab water.
Yeah.
Okay. Blue JDM, thank you for the 1,000 bits. I have spent the past 3 months getting caught up. Your voices haunt my dreams now. Sweet dreams are made of cheese. Who am I to disagree? Roll well tonight. Defective Sheep, thank you for the 5 subs. Travis A. Carey, thank you for the 100 bits. Zito, playable Kirby race.
That's fucking no. Listen, I make a lot of things homebrew, but fuck that. That's unbalanced as shit.
Yeah. Rabbit in a kobold suit, thank you for the 1,500 bits. No message, just bits. Wait.
Oh no.
Uwu, it's a Wooloo. Thank you for the 3 months. Uwu. Dusty Bone. Thank you for the 100 bits. First time been able to watch live and donate in a while because of work. Glad this is the one I re-enter on. Get ready, John. Give him hell, you beautiful devil bard, and fight dutifully and honor, brave knight. Protoss 103, thank you for the 80 bits.
Too, I guess.
Yeah, you know.
The one thing I hope that Task and Greckles do is check out Helga's old bar before going home. Rippington, thank you for the 500 bits. Thanks, Zito, for creating a guide that has created my Magman Barbarian for a one-shot I'm a part of now.
Fuck yeah. Anyone who's... You gotta let me know how that shit works, man. Give me the feedback, and it helps me fuel to make more stupid, fun... Stupid things. Stupid, fun things.
We're closing in on the
Gotta
end
get
here.
that
These
feedback.
bits and subs. Blue Kios, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Dusty Bone, thank you for the 7 months. Woo! And a 7-month sub-anniversary. What a coincidence. Magic Ninja Go, thank you for the 100 bits. I also turned 22 on Thursday. I also flew on a plane by myself this weekend. Interesting how adulting can be. Yeah. El Robot, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Jub Jub.
Oh, jeez.
Great
There you
Otaku
go.
Bomb, thank you for the 500 bits. Shane Borky isn't here due to the poison cheese killing a bunch of mice inside the cheesery, and then all of the dead mice started dancing. Or as someone like Connor would say, dead mouse macabre.
Oh.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
read that out loud.
Buy my Founders Packs! Solar Fire. Every time someone makes a Dead House not a pun, someone has to buy a Founders Pack. That's the rules. I don't make them up. Solar Fire 7, thank you for the 3 bits. Hey, my insanity is busting the streams. Okay,
Put it back. Don't belong to you.
fix it. Break it, you buy it.
Control, delete.
Spirit of Love, thank you for the 500 bits. With Taka / Borky absent, that means that Bosco / Remy is a main character now. Arjun Lyall, thank you for the 250 bits. I just started my own campaign with my brother and 2 best friends last month, using Candlekeep Mysteries to set up before swapping over to a bit of homebrew in the Forgotten Realms. Thanks for all the inspiration, everyone.
Yeah.
Yankee Doodle 923, thank you for the 300 bits. First time catching live after boot camp. Been looking forward to this for a long time now.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Defective Sheep, thank you for the 200 bits. Just wanted you guys to know I joined a D&D stream called Smuggler's Run, DM'd by Dungeon Master Outcast, who Bosco may recognize as Uthrar, the Knoll Barbarian from Under the Fractured Sky. So if you've got the time, feel free to catch the first 6 episodes. Iron Starum, thank you for the 100 bits. Anthony the Hedgehog, thank you for the 2 months of Prime. Magic Ninja Go, thank you for the 100 bits. Just going to be cracking it open during the stream. Also, there are plenty of LEGO cons around the world. There's Brickfest, LEGO Live, Brick World, Brick Fair, the largest one in Virginia. The main thing about these LEGO cons is that the builds that everyone makes, and the people make some crazy stuff, like a 1:32 scale of a Saturn V rocket, a 1:40 scale model of Air Force One, and a huge Princess Peach castle, a Stargate, Starkiller base, and that was only 1/3 of the whole model.
Oh.
My
That's
cousin
fair.
actually who's a photographer, actually went to one of those cons to actually like do shots for them. So yeah, those things are fucking really legit.
I'll never forget when my mom was trying to sell. We had like the Lego rail system, like the metal one that actually had electricity that ran through it, and she was going to sell that. And she got contacted by some guy like in all the way in Ontario who was like, "I will pay you so much money if you just mail it to us." And she was like, "Okay."
Yeah, no, dude, the online market for bricks is fucking nuts. Actually, me and my cousin bonded on making the Millennium Falcon before I ended up moving down to Dallas. That was like me and him hung out the last night and we did that. We just got
That sounds
drunk and
cool.
made the Millennium Falcon. It was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hellborn Rider, thank you for the 16 months. Defective Sheep, thank you for gifting 10 subs to the community. Rexasar, thank you for the 100 bits. I blame all of you for getting me into FF14. Ah! You fell victim too, did you?
You all.
Accu6, thank you for the 500 bits. Have a great night, all. Remember to stay hydrated. Solar Fire, thank you for the 6 bits. Get me to redo Burl play.
You have 2 minutes. I'm so sorry. to interrupt.
That's fine. We've got like 5 more.
Okay.
Flustered Bun, thank you for the 3 bits. Oh, I'm moving into my first apartment next week. Wish me luck. I'm super anxious. You got this.
You will be, but it'll after like a few days, you'll be fine.
Yeah, it's just exhausting, so you're gonna be kind of tired.
Uh-huh.
Make sure to have a plan for eating food. That's the biggest thing, because you can lose track of that, especially if you're not gonna have kitchenware and whatnot. So it's always good to have an idea of what to do for food.
Be prepared to Uber eat if you must.
Yeah, make sure you have that money prepared. All right, are we good to get started?
Well, I
No,
guess so.
okay.
I said
Are
5
you-
more, then everyone started talking.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, keep going. Sorry.
Magic
I
Ninja Go, thank you for the 100 bits. I just opened Booklet and got the Kakigori shaved ice gummy, and it's already in my mouth.
Oh heck yeah, dude! That's my favorite out of the set.
Pumpkin Panic, thank you for the gifting a tier 1 sub to Golden J. Reaper BB, thank you for the 3 months, or the 6 months rather. The Demon Who Stubs Your Toes, thank you for the 100 bits. Remember, your toes aren't safe.
Oh god.
Ugh. Pumpkin Panic, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Crimson Tenno. Zenlita, thank you for the 200 bits. I played Final Fantasy XIV until 2 a.m. last night. I blame Monty for that completely. Thank you for convincing me to play, but also, god damn it.
I got an email in the wee hours of the morning saying a person redeemed my referral code, and I'm just like, who was that? It's probably Zenlita. And I'm like, he, and I went back to sleep.
About 7 halflings, thank you for the 4 months. Yeah, 4 months. And finally, Magic Ninja Go, thank you for the 100 bits. Which Millennium Falcon, Zito? There are about 5.
The 2016 version.
Ah, Isoka.
All right. You guys ready to get started?
Let's do it.
Okay.
I hope you like your bones.
I did.
Mine are hollow.
No, that's my joke.
I stole it.
When last we left our heroes, Task, the Kobold Ranger, Remy, the Kenku Fighter, Greckles, the Kenku Rogue, and Panic, the Tiefling Bard, the party is split? How could this have happened? Well, the party has, wanting to take on 2 tasks at once. Greckles and Task are wanting to have a weapon to use against Fleur de Mort, the evil living forest, and have sought out the remaining husk of Mike Crank, the construct hero who saved a village from a fire giant scourge. After finding the remains in a long abandoned cornfield, Greckles and Task were ambushed and attacked, then none other than the undead Mike Crank himself. Meanwhile, under the city of Alavas, Remy and Panic have been tasked with looking into the disappearance of Mel the Necromancer and her remaining projects that have become a menace to the underbelly and its denizens. After finding the jerky remains of Merchant the Black Kobold pinned to the walls of Mel's hovel, Remy and Panic discovered all manners of horrors, such as an altar, magic circle, forbidden spells, and information as to where Mel has gone. But with one loose end in the form of John, the flesh golem, wandering around, Remy and Panic are now cornered in the sewer. So as we return to the Unexpectables, let's roll for initiative.
Oh, God.
Which of us?
Oh hey, that's
All
20.
of you.
Oh, snap.
That's a good way to open up.
19? That's a 24 right there.
All right.
I-
Nice natural 20 for you, Greckles.
Yo, I got a question. Why is it that when I rolled, it rolled a 19 and it says I rolled an 8? What the fuck is going on, roll 20?
Roll20's been having a lot of weird visual glitches recently.
Yeah.
It's been very
A
odd.
little odd, yeah.
That's cheating, but okay.
Remy,
Wait
you get to
a
go?
minute.
It's a 9.
Oh well, whatever.
All right, sweet. That's going to bring us... Oh, this is going to be very back and forth. That's good. Actually, no, this is fine. And that's going to be Panic. Wait, why did I put Panic twice? Oh, that's... I have a single
So
brain
nice, you
cell.
had to put me there twice.
I mean, didn't you hear the intro? There's like 5 tasks.
All right. So, I'm going to roll for Mike Crank here. Okay. Remy, what's your dex bonus?
Not high enough to break any ties.
Okay, so it's a 0?
It's 1.
Okay. And now, John. Oh, God, John. All right.
You swoonched on in.
John.
I'm hungry.
All right. So, let us take us to our battle map.
Okay. Forgive the mic movement. Oh, this is
Shoot.
nice.
Memories.
There we go. Again, yell at me for the camera control because we're going to be going back and forth.
Yep.
All right. So, as Mike Crank rises up from the dirt, you see all manner of stone, and around his body, the decaying, unlaid corpses of several Alavastian Vetrian soldiers that seem to have just kind of found their way merging into the sort of iron outer workings of Mike Crank. You see his jaw is open, wires exposed, and as he slowly raises, you see as the eyes kind of narrow into cylinders, and a single beam of red light marks its way towards you, Greckles, and then to you, Task. Greckles, it's now your turn.
Oh, good. Man.
Eustasis.
Oh, Jesus, no. Greckles will clasp his talons together and whisper out, "Blutschinelschutz," and immediately freaking mirror image going out.
Okay, mirror image is up.
Let's see here.
You watch as multiple Greckles begin to appear in front of you. And you watch as that reticle that's looking at you is kind of just, like now bouncing between all of them. Kind of like an
Good.
autofocus.
Good, now he's confused. All right, Task, I think I've got him confused. I'm going to use my 40 feet movement,
Okay.
run up, and just bring down the Sudden Blade on him.
Alrighty.
Heop.
At least scratch him, please.
27
That hits.
Ooh.
for minimum damage 6.
6.
That's fine.
No sneak attack, but that does get
Nope.
off the Hunter's, Colossus Slayer.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
I'm getting the feeling I'm not getting a lot of sneak attack in this fight, and that's okay. With the last 30 feet of movement, I am going to book it.
All right. So as you run up very quickly, you slash up against the side of its leg as he's slowly rising himself up, and you just immediately turn around and run off before he can even take a swipe at you.
Oh, okay, that's turn.
All right.
Oh, Monty, can I have possibly 3 little dots on my icon?
3 little dots on your icon? Sure, absolutely.
It helps to keep track of how many are left.
Absolutely. That makes a ton of sense.
Appreciate
All
it.
right. That brings us now to Panic's turn.
Canberra.
Panic. As you
Yeah.
see John lumbering forward in the sewer, each footstep, the moment he locks eyes on you and Remy, you've met John before, you know, in the company of Mel or just on general sort of routine sort of patrols. Something about this is like predator looking at prey.
All right. Well, first things first, I'll get this started. I will. Let me just open the compendium so I can get this spell. This range. I believe I am in the range of this. Nope. I need to move a little bit closer. Oh, geez. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I will go ahead and run up 30 feet. just making sure that I'm as far away from him as possible without being, move myself back one. I will raise the ring of spell storing on my finger, and it will shimmer slightly, and I will cast Bane on John.
Okay.
He needs to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, great. Yeah, he's a looker, that's for sure. Is Bane charisma? I thought Bane was wisdom.
Bane is charisma.
Is it?
That's why I was so effective on those elementals.
I thought it was wisdom.
It is charisma.
Huh.
It's literally
Are
the
you-
spell
you're
going,
getting a-
you're ugly.
I want to double check that. Sorry, that's
It's
bothering me.
charisma. I'm
Keep
looking
this
at it
one.
right now.
Oh my god, you're right. What the? Okay, I'm thinking of.
Did you
something
not
else,
believe
probably.
me?
No, I'm like, what? Really? And I just had to double check it for myself.
Press X to doubt.
16.
That is a failure. Just
right.
barely, actually.
Yeah, he almost rolled a natural 20.
Jeez.
But he is now Bane.
Baned. Yep. 1d4 from attack rolls and saving throws. And with my bonus action, I'm going to use a use of my Bardic Inspiration to give Remy Mantle of Inspiration. Which means he gets 11 temporary hit points, and he can use his reaction to move up to his speed.
Would you like to retcon that? Because I already had HP temp from the last time we did this. From the gym.
Well, I sort of figured that, but I was more using it for the positioning sort of aspect, because I don't know what he rolled, but
fair enough.
yeah, I've got other Bardic Inspiration, so don't worry, you're good.
All right, Remy, you make your way forward, charging through the dark towards this massive flesh-like creature. He's about, I'm going to say probably about 8 feet tall, maybe around 7.5 to 8 feet tall. He's very tall. His jaw is like open. His limbs are really long and dangly. It's very frightening. All right, that ends your turn, Panic?
Yep.
Okay, that brings us now around to John's turn, who rolled really well on their initiative. John, immediately seeing the two of you, lets out this horrible, deep, grizzled roar that kind of bounces and echoes throughout the entire sewer system. Drips of water splat on the ground next to you as he starts just charging. He's a huge creature, but he just moves with intense speed as he charges forward towards you, Remy.
He's a huge creature?
No, he's a medium creature, but he's very fast and doesn't look like he should be that fast.
Flavor huge.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Alrighty. He is going to make 2 slam attacks against you, Remy.
Okay. Minus D4 and all these.
Right, minus 2/4, thank you. Oh, I rolled a 1, I'm so sorry. 17 plus. Sorry, math. 24 to hit you, Remy, on the first attack.
Remy's going to cast shield and you're going to miss.
All right, you bring up the shield and the fist just slams down into this arcane force. He's going to make a second attack on you again. That is going to be an 18, which also misses, I believe.
That
Yeah,
misses.
he goes swinging once and swinging again, just bashing, almost like kind of a petulant child, just bashing on this door, trying to get at you.
Actually, I take that back. I just realized I already used my reaction to move, so you'll hit me on the first one. I can't use this one.
Okay. All right, then I will roll damage there.
Yep, that's fine.
It's the Kerbo slamming on the door animation.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god.
You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage, Remy, as the first hit swings on the top of your head and just it's almost like a double-fisted bring down of the hands immediately on your shoulder.
Okay.
Alrighty, that brings us now to back to the farm. It is now Mike Crank's turn. Mike Crank kind of immediately pulls itself from the earth, and you watch as it scans.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, beep, 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 beep. and immediately charges towards you, Task. It like backhands the scarecrow
God.
out of the way and runs towards you.
God damn it.
Sorry.
Notably, he only has one arm. He's very badly damaged.
Oh, good.
I tried to
So he's
bait
only
him.
going to be able to make one attack against you.
Oh, is that all?
I rolled a natural 1.
Oh no.
Oh God.
I'm going to roll severity. Okay. As he like backhands the scarecrow, you watch as a bunch of the cloth of the scarecrow gets trapped in like the whirling gears. And as he goes to like swing at you, you just hear as he's unable to actually swing his arm and has to look down and tries to get the fabric off.
Scarecrow
That-
MVP.
As his bonus action, he is going to immediately, you watch as there's hissing steam coming out of his body. Greckles, you can see this from behind. You can see the various whirring gears that are in just complete disarray. But then you see something else seep out from him. Roll a religion check.
Oh boy. Let's see here. Where are you? There you are.
Time to avenge Scarebro.
6.
Oh, that's some ghost shit.
Wookie, go!
And you watch as emerging out from his body spawns 2 specters of fallen Vetrion soldiers.
Oh,
that
dang.
Well, pissed.
Alrighty. Okay. And they get their turn immediately afterwards.
Oh, man.
Hi, Greckles.
Yep. This is why Mirror Image came out immediately.
All right. Both the specters. Oh, did I put them on the background layer? I sure did.
Ruh-roh.
There we go. They immediately rush towards you, Greckles. The first one is going to take a swing at you with its life drain attack. That is going to be a 15 to hit you.
15 just hits the dupe.
Okay, go ahead and roll for dupe.
Cool, it hits me.
Alrighty. I need to make
Yeah.
a DC. I
Wait,
need to make
hang
a
on.
constitution.
Okay, no, 6 or higher, sorry. Okay, yeah, no, go ahead.
I need to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
That's doopy.
Ooh. 17.
You're totally fine. I need how many more? I need one more. Hold on. I need more Die Hard dice.
Oh, good. For my death.
Did you say Die Hard Dice?
Yes, where you can get high quality dice at dieharddice.com. Let me grab it. Another dice. All right. Okay. You take 10 points of necrotic damage
Okay.
as the hands rush through your person, like right in the chest. Like it just reaches through your chest, and you kind of like bring in your arms to try and stop it, but nothing happens, and you feel your heart kind of like palpitate for a second, and like this arcing pain in like the core of your body. And as this thing looks up, you just see it staring down at you. It seems to be an elven figure wearing the similar attire to the Vetrion soldiers. This other one, it has a hover speed.
I was about to say, are they hovering or? Yeah.
Yes, they're floating above the ground and just kind of sliding across the battlefield. This one is also going to reach out for you. Oh my god. That is a natural 19. That's going to be a 23 to hit you. Not 13, 23.
Oh, wait, I need to roll for concentration. Excuse me.
Yeah.
No,
Took
mirror
10.
image
That's
is a
Constitution. Hang
spell.
on. I'm an idiot.
Wait,
Mirror
your
image
image
is not a concentration spell.
Yeah, it's not a concentration spell.
I am so sorry. That makes things amazing for me then. Okay, cool. Sorry.
Well, you are going to have to roll... Yeah, you have to roll a Constitution saving throw for this next attack.
It hits the dupe.
Okay, it hits the dupe. You watch as the life drain goes in, and it actually sucks the mirror image into itself. And the mirror image just gets You ever see like where it's like that person, like the person floating out of their, you know the like Winnie the Pooh from Kingdom Hearts, where he's like his body is floating outside of his body, like the ghost part. It's like the opposite of that, where it folds in, except it's you folding into this ghost.
Like eggs.
All right, can you knock off a little blippy?
Sure can. Boop. All right, that ends Mike Crank's turn. That brings us around to Remy. It is now your turn.
Monty, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
You guys are really going after his looks, huh? All right.
You attack the weak point.
5.
Remy's going to hit the button on his shield, and as it opens up, you failed the save. Congratulations, you're confused.
Okay. I gotta grab Underhulk stats now.
I have them for you if you want them.
Oh, perfect.
Isn't that just the spell confusion?
Yeah, I got you.
It's specifically the Umber Hulk variant, because it's the Umber Hulk.
Confusing gaze. You're fine. I got you.
Yeah.
I posted it.
Sweet. Thank you.
Party
so
parts,
fails.
kids. It's important.
Very good. All right. Sweet. Awesome. Thank you.
No problem. That's my turn.
That's your action? Awesome. You watch as Mike Crank, who's swinging down, you flash open the eye, and immediately you watch as his eyes wince shut, and he...
What did you mean, John?
You mean John?
John. Sorry. What did I say?
Mike Crank.
Oh, oops. My bad.
John Crank.
John Crank.
John Crank.
Jonathan
Space Marine.
Space Marine. All right. That brings us around to Task. It is now your turn. There is a giant hulking construct right in front
I'm
of
casting
you.
haste for free on myself.
Okay, you're like, nope, and you just pound your hand on your chest, and you can feel.
I'm that kid who makes the peace sign and then visibly disappears.
All right, you are hasted. Do you want to hit haste for me?
Sure thing. There you are.
Sweet.
Get a +2 to AC, so I'm currently sitting at 18. Advantage
Nice.
on Dex, and I can use an action. I can either attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object as an extra action.
Sweet.
So I'm. This is a willing creature with concentration up to that. So, for my free haste action, I'm disengaging and moving the fuck away.
Okay. Don't forget, too, the haste concentration is tied to Eos, not you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I can use spells. Yeah.
Yeah, you can. All right,
Cool.
You disengage. As you take off running, you watch, you're so fast, it's like, pew! And you watch as Mike Crank, like, rips out the fabric, and the arm slams down where you were once standing, and he slowly draws it back up and turns, almost like tank treads, like, he turns down towards you and Greckles.
Cool. Now for my regular ass turn. My regular ass turn is using, you guessed it, using a short bow. Actually, no. I'm gonna play this smart. My first action will be Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
That's the bonus action, actually. So yeah.
Absolutely. Hunter's Mark
Bonus
is
action
up.
on that. Now it is time to hit this motherfucker. Here I go. With a natural 1.
I'm gonna roll. Okay, it just misses. I rolled a 3, so you just miss. You fire a shot, and it hits the shoulder of Mike Crank, and you watch as he's like trudging forward, like like a space marine. You hit the shoulder. The shoulder goes back a little bit just from the force alone, but then just comes back to form as he just continues just moving this unstoppable juggernaut.
No, do it again. No.
29. That absolutely hits.
9 plus
Sweet.
10, 19.
Nice. Very nice. You miss completely on the first shot, and you just like pull out a second shot, and you hit, and you watch as the arrow collides, and we'll see what that does on Mike Crank's turn. Greckles, you are surrounded by ghosts.
I sure am. All right, so Greckles will close his eyes momentarily and whisper to Kai,
"Methinks our space is tight, dear Kai. We need your wings, so let us fly."
All right, you activate fly. As the wings come out, the porcelain wings unfurl.
All right. With my bonus action, I'm going to use an offhand attack to attack the specter that is to my right.
Okay.
Bring that. Oh, by the way, do they look visibly dazed by the light of the sunblade?
You roll a religion check.
Woo. 14.
Okay. You would know this. Actually, you would probably learn this from Priest Irons. Specters of this nature actually should be sensitive to sunlight, but these ones aren't.
Weird.
They seem to be unaffected by light.
All right, well, let's drop this down.
All right. Offhand attack.
Oh boy, that's
12.
a big 12.
Just hits.
Oh boy! Big old 12 radiant damage.
Nice. Not bad. That's pretty good damage. Actually, it's offhand, so it's not going to be plus the 5.
Oh, I'm sorry,
so
7. Excuse me, 7.
Yeah. You offhand just swing the radiant blade and you carve through the centermost point of the specter, and it lets out this howling wail like, oh! You watch as the thing reforms into place and snarls angrily towards you.
Well, having that sort of freak out, I'm going to fly 30 feet straight up, so the guy on the left will have an attack of opportunity. If they have those. I don't know. These are weird creatures.
They do. They have reactions.
Okie doke.
That is going to miss. That is going to be an 8 to hit you. So you take off into the air, and they kind of both reach out for you, but completely miss you as you take off into the air.
Cool. That is turn.
All right. That brings us now back to Panic.
Alrighty.
My natural 1 arrow flings over and hits him in the ass.
You hear something? Oh! Alrighty. Well, I am going to go ahead and you know what? I'll just go 15 feet up over here.
Okay.
Make some space for Remy, and I'll call out to John. Man, John, this just isn't your day. You should have moved.
Ooh.
And I'm going to do vicious mockery on him.
Okay.
He needs to make a wisdom save.
Minus Bane, correct?
Minus Bane, yes, 1d4.
Okay, that's 14 plus 14.
That is a failure.
Go ahead and roll some psychic damage.
That is going to be big psychic damage. Yep. All right, just making sure I updated. Fuck, I updated that. Oh.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
There we go.
10 psychic damage.
Whew. All right, John takes 10 psychic damage.
And has disadvantage on his next attack.
As you call out the insult, you watch as part of the head actually just like bulges out. Like unnaturally, like the skull broke and like something got out for a brief moment. This horrible, horrible sight happens. It's really nasty. And you watch as John reaches up to his head and just kind of peels back his neck and just moans in agony. All right, Panic, that ends your turn?
I don't know how much damage Remy took earlier. So I'll just go ahead and as a bonus action, I'll do a level 1 healing word on him.
Okay.
For 6. Heal him for 6.
All right, Remy, you heal for 6 points of damage.
Copy that.
That brings us around now to John's turn. John, brings down his head and looks down back towards you, Remy. Unfortunately, he's not very smart. And he is going to continue to wail on you.
He's confused. You have to roll a d8 to figure out what he does.
Correct. Thank you. I should have actually put on a marker for that.
You are okay. I got your back.
Yeah. We'll do that marker. Let's see what happens to John. I have to roll a d8, you said?
Roll a d8.
Right. 6.
It takes no action, but uses all of its movement in a random direction.
Okay.
Flops right in the water.
He rolled a 3, so north, south. Yeah, he's going in the water.
Oh my god. Perfect.
You watch as he, and it's difficult terrain, so He'll get 10 feet there. And then an additional 10 feet. His head is just above the water as well. He's over here as he just falls in, like, face first. Like, it's one of my favorite games, like Nemesis did in RE3 Remake when he just fell into the water. You know, like that. And then you watch as he rises up and reemerges confused. All right, that's John's turn. It is now Mike Crank's turn.
Fuck yeah.
He got an arrow in him, which
Yeah.
triggers something.
Oh.
Roll a d10 for me.
Okay. Here I go. A 2.
2. Okay. As you shoot the arrow and you hit part of the face of Mike Crank, that laser sight begins to like warble like it's broken. For the rest of this turn, Mike Crank has disadvantage on all attacks. His targeting system was damaged. You're closer.
I'm also very high up.
You are, yes. Alrighty. He is going to make a slam attack against you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, that's outside of the dice tray. Doesn't count. That is going to be 23 to hit you.
Oh, damn it, yeah.
Sorry. Right. Gosh, I need so many diehard dice for this fight.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
say that when you're rolling damage.
Yeah, when you're rolling damage, I need more dice.
The worst is I need a calculator.
Yeah, that was
that's rough. That's rough.
That's the word. All right. So the initial
Would you like that
damage-
grave to be 6, maybe even 12 feet in the ground?
You take 14 points of bludgeoning damage to start,
Alrighty.
as he
To
just
start.
straight up brings down his fist on you. And oh god.
That's
You
equally
take-
terrible.
You take 23 points of necrotic damage. As the spikes of it, as he lifts up his fist, you actually see this, Greckles, from your position. As Mike Crank lifts up his hand, you watch as some of Task's spiritual essence is just pulled out from his body.
Oh.
Cool.
That ends Mike Crank's. Oh wait, he had disadvantage. Hold on.
Maybe it didn't happen.
Natural 20. Good. Okay, we're good. Yeah, we're fine. Jesus. I'm gonna roll this dice
Wait,
again.
what did he have disadvantage from?
Because his malfunction. He malfunctioned after getting hit by Task.
Ah, I see.
Mhm.
I see, Ka.
Yeah. All right. Remy, it is now your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna keep the Umbral Kai pointed in his direction. I'm gonna walk over to the water. I'm gonna touch the water, and I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb Lightning.
Okay.
All right. So I guess whatever I don't think the water has a DC, so
Nope.
I should still hit it.
Yeah, absolutely.
16 points.
All right. As you place down your hand in the water and let loose the electricity, it channels through the water and hits John and seems to revitalize him.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
As he completely jolts from the electricity, he turns and you can see the eyes now flaring with this bright blue light as he turns around, now revitalized. He has, unfortunately, lightning absorption as one of his abilities.
You
Whenever the
got
golem
to
Oh,
be
is
fuck.
shitting
He's
me.
Frankenstein.
Whenever the
Yep.
golem is subjected to lightning damage, it takes no damage and instead regains a number of hit points equal to the lightning damage dealt. Sorry.
All right. I'm gonna use second wind as a bonus action then.
Okay.
Let's see. That's a D8, D10, I think.
Yeah, D10
I think
plus
it's
your fighter
D10
level.
plus fighter. Yep. 9 plus
Ooh.
fighter. Nice.
Nice. It's a good roll.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
That's turn.
That's turn. All right, Task, it is now your turn.
Well, first off, I gotta roll concentration for Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Nope, it's gone.
Plus your constitution.
Oh. Plus con, so...
Yeah.
My con
it's a
is
10
+1. It still failed by 1.
Ah.
Damn. No more Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, you say that, but I still have a bonus action, so... Oh, but... Alright. Free haste action, disengage.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, bonus action, Hunter's Mark again.
All right, you bloop, bloop, bloop. As you run down, you see the salvage team going, "We're gonna walk back there," as they kind of just step away from the whole thing.
All right, here I go shooting again.
All right.
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
No.
My God.
The tables have
That
turned
one.
since last time.
Oh God.
Oh no, I just rolled severity.
Cool.
How do I do this? Fuck. I rolled a natural 20 severity. I'm gonna make you, I think. Hold on. Okay, so as you're running away from him and you're aiming a shot, your foot goes into a gopher hole and gets stuck. You are technically now restrained. Your movement is now 0.
Oh God.
Unfortunately, it's a natural 20. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
So your foot goes in and you're like, shit, and you can't get out.
Well, I can't use my other act. I can only use an extra attack, so let me try again.
Okay, it'll be disadvantage.
Disadvantage 23.
Nice, that hits.
All right, so minimum damage 6 plus
Six.
5,
7.
7.
All right, you kind of stop, you see him moving slowly towards you. You pull out your bow, and you take a second shot, and you pierce through the chest armor. It kind of backs away, and then kind of brings itself up and keeps moving towards you.
Wait a minute. Monty.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I was just wait. I have advantage. Oh wait, no, that's on dexterity saving throws and avoid being ensnared or entangled. So, but it's a natural.
It's
20,
a natural, yeah, it's a natural 1 and a natural 20 in severity.
You were never used.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Go ahead.
All right, so that ends your turn.
Yep.
All right, back to the turn order. Greckles, it is now your turn. Actually, I forgot the ghost. The ghost actually.
Oh
How
God.
far up did you fly again?
30.
Okay, the ghosts are gonna float up after you
Oh boy.
because they have a hover speed, and again they're gonna surround you. You hear one of them actually moan out, "Hold the line." As the first one reaches out to you, that is going to be an 18.
Okay, so hang on. Where's my dupe roll? Gotta keep scrolling back up. Okay, so it goes 6, 8, 6, 8, 11. Okay, I'll try to remember that. So higher than an 8.
Nice.
Got it. All right, if you can hit a blip for me. If you can do one of the blips for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I do that on my end?
You should be able to. If you go to
Yeah,
the
if you highlight your token.
there's
You can
the
right
immediate
click.
southmost thing. There's a little button there, and it lets you put on.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll do that for myself then.
All right, sweet.
Okie doke.
The second one is going to float up next to you. God, Jesus. Okay, that's going to be a 23 to hit. They're rolling really well.
All right, let's see if I can hit that 11.
Nice.
Boom. Last one.
Ooh.
Last one goes away. All right, that ends the Spectre's turn. That brings us back around now to Remy. It is now your turn.
I believe it's panic.
Is it? Oh, yes,
I
you're
did- I
correct.
did-
It is. Oh,
I
you didn't have your
go.
turn. I'm sorry.
Nope. It's okay.
It's okay.
Is it,
Greckles,
is it
now your turn.
okay? I just want to make sure. Oh boy, you put me in a tight spot. You know what? It's working so far. So, with action, yeah, screw it. Regular action, gonna boost in again. Drop mirror image to get that back on.
Okay.
God bless these slots. Boop, boop, boop.
Oh, I was
Whoop.
gonna do it for you.
Oh, sorry. I got it.
There you
There
go.
we go. Okay, so we got that. Bonus action dash. Let's see. Hang on a second. You know what? I got a ton of fly speed. Because I actually got 120 technically since I'm dashing. Yup.
All right.
I'm just big zoomies.
You didn't disengage.
Nope.
So they're gonna take 2 swings at you.
Yep.
First one. That's gonna be a 22.
All right. And
You're
got
good.
it. I
Second
still need to
one?
get that blip.
That is going to be a 14, which I believe misses you.
That will miss.
All right, the first one reaches into you and grabs some of your essence from your wings as you fly past. The other one just lolls and turns towards where you've flown off. But as you fly off, they slowly turn towards the kobold down on the ground at the moment, who's knocking another arrow but is stuck in position.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
That brings us to Panic. It is now your turn. Assuming Greckles, that's the end of your turn.
Yeah, I got nothing else I can do.
Okay, Panic, it is now your turn.
Alrighty. Seeing that John is sort of got an extra hitch in his giddy up, I'm going to just 4 seems good. I'm going to cast Shatter at 4th level in the water underneath him, so it'll be sort of like a depth charge.
Yeah. It's con save?
Con save minus D4.
Oh my, ooh, dear. Not a good roll. That is going to be a 6. He rolled terribly on that.
He's going to take all of this.
Oh boy.
23 points of thunder damage.
Okay. Remy, as you're kind of leaning off the side and you're bringing up your hand, you just watch as the water around Jaw just explodes upward like a geyser. It actually collides with the roof and like sprays down, and you can see a bunch of raw flesh just torn asunder. You expected to see blood, but instead it's just more flesh. There's no blood in him. It's really, really weird. And he turns and
all right, I got your back, Remy. We got this locked down. And I'm going to use use of my Bardic Inspiration to give Remy inspiration.
Okay. That's a D10 now?
D10 to attack rolls and saving throws.
All right. It is now John's turn. John is still confused, I believe.
He is within 30 feet, so he has to remake the save.
All right. So he has to remake the saving throw.
Because as long as he can see it, he has to make the save every time he starts his turn there.
And it's an intelligence saving throw, or it's
It is a charisma saving throw.
6.
That is a failure. He cannot do anything.
All right, go ahead and roll. I'll roll the D8. Hold on.
Well, so on a failed saving throw, the creature can't take reactions until the start of the next turn and rolls a D8. So yeah.
Okay. He rolled an 8 this time.
An 8. The creature makes 1 melee attack against a random creature. If nothing is within reach, he does nothing, and he's in the middle of nowhere, so he can do nothing.
All right. He punches a sewer fish.
Damn.
Just completely decimates it.
Like he just turns it to paste. That ends John's turn.
Enjoy, John. Asshole.
A crab out of nowhere just...
No, Crabius. That's not the way he goes. All right.
Yeah, that's not good.
Mike Crank's turn. Mike Crank.
Does he have to roll the 1d10 thing again?
No, it's only when he hits certain health thresholds, unfortunately.
All right.
Which he unfortunately has not met yet. So,
Darn.
Mike Crank makes his way over.
Great.
And he's going to punch you with advantage. Oh, God. Oh, I love it when I roll the same thing on advantage. That is going to be a 16 to hit.
That misses.
All right, I rolled 2 6s. Hooray! You swings down and you like kind of bring up the bow and you manage to shoulder the blow with the bow, and you just hear Eos go, ow, 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 as you like get pushed further into the earth. I hate it when I rolled the same number on d20s. It's so anticlimactic. But the specters, not having a most immediate target in a juicy blue boy, are going to hover over and down towards you. This one.
What was the plan, Gaijin?
Oh god.
I thought they would chase after. I didn't think they're undead. I didn't think they'd have tactics.
7 for the first attack.
Fail.
Oh wait, but he has advantage because you're restrained. 12 on the first attack. Second one. That is going to be a 16 to hit you on the second attack.
That matches.
All right. Need to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
What the fuck? 3.
Oof. All right. Okay. That's kind of dumb. You take 7 points of necrotic damage.
Tasker hasted.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, plus 2 to your AC.
That
So that would
it's
miss.
8. It's 8. Oh right, 18. So it does miss.
So it doesn't hit. All right, then you're totally fine.
Oh. Fuck.
You like do the thing like, you know, in the highly edited movies where the guy's head neck is going side to side, and the guy's trying to punch him and it's just not like, you know, hitting like in martial arts movies.
Yep.
Yeah, so they both miss. All right. But you are surrounded pretty heavily right now. That ends Mike Crank's turn. Remy, it is now your turn.
The water is difficult terrain, correct?
It is, yes.
Difficult terrain for the water? Okay.
It would
then
go
I'm gonna
probably for you, probably go up to about your chest. So,
Am I able to? Was there disadvantage if I were to attack in the water?
let me see.
There was
I don't
disadvantage when we were underwater. I'm asking,
Yeah,
is the
I
water high
don't
enough where it's
think-
going to affect the attack?
If it's like waist high, I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, no, it's not. You're fine.
All right, then I'm going to take 4. Let's see, that'd be 10. Wait. 10, 20. No, full defense. I'll stay here. I don't care.
You're gonna stay here? All right, sounds good. That brings us now around to Task. It is now your turn. You are stuck in a hole, but on this turn, you managed to pull your leg out. It only lasts a turn because it was only a,
All right.
failure.
Regular extra haste action disengage.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Now it is time for me to use multi-attack the proper way. I look at chat.
Oh, yeah, the multi-arrow thing.
You can use your action to make a ranged attack against any number of creatures within 10 feet of the point you so see. So, right the fuck here, this one attack is hitting everyone.
Okay.
All right. Where is it? Here we go. Kablam. I'm gonna shit. 13.
Oh, wow. 13 does not... 13 hits the specters, but it does not hit my crank.
All right, well, the specters take... Let's see. They don't take Colossus Slayer, so...
They have... One of them has taken damage.
Oh, so that's 9 plus 7 for the other one, so that's 16 for one, 9 for the other.
Okay. As you let loose the volley, you watch as it shatters against Mike Crank, but pierces through and it spreads across and catches all of the specters. This specter, I'm just going to write down his health here, takes 9 points of damage. That's pretty hoo-hoo funny. The other specter, as the arrows flash through in a bright, blinding light, you watch as specter just kind of vanishes into the ether and disappears. Vanishes.
Okay.
Good shot.
Well, bonus action, drink a potion.
Okay, you pull open a
Fucking
potion.
Holy shit. Greater healing, so that's 4d4 plus 5.
Yep. I have to say, Zito, you've had it good for too long. I don't get to hit you very often. You're always out. You're always in space on the map somewhere.
16.
All right, 16 points. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So that is okay. I'm back up to this. Respectable, but not the best. All right, good.
All right,
That's
that brings
turn.
us top of the turn order. Greckles, it is now your turn. As you're flying away, you turn around to see the specters, and they're not following you.
Yep. All right. You never know. I mean, I was just trying to kite him. That was the whole idea. So let's bonus action dash to get right back into the action.
All right, you kind of take off into sort of a nosedive, and then kind of bring yourself up, assumedly.
So let me go about there. Sorry, I gotta
Yeah, no worries.
move stuff around. So let me there. Okay. Monty, how would you treat holy water as a let's see here. Ranged attack against a target creature, treating the holy water as an improvised weapon. So what are improvised weapon rules are what?
So if you are not proficient with improvised weapons, you have to roll I'd basically make a call, whether it's like, a strength check or a dexterity check, and then you don't get your proficiency bonus. It's just a roll plus your ability modifier. So it'd be a d20, I'd say for you, dex, so d20 plus your dex modifier.
Okay. Well, I don't know if this will do nothing, but I'll give it a shot. Is it? Hang on.
What holy water are you using?
I'm theoretically using the Oron holy water. I'm just trying to see if it has any splash or not.
I'm also a fucking dumbass. My speed is doubled on haste.
Oh,
there you go.
Oh, well, you did
I
get
can
stuck
move
in a
in the-
gopher hole, though, so it did kind of get you halfway,
but
I'll say.
I can move fucking 60 at will. Fuck.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna forego that, Monty, because it's single target and not that good.
Yeah.
So, I'll try and get this other spec out of the way. I'll lob Todd at Spectre number 2.
All right. Go, Todd. Todd
14?
hits.
All right. That is 9.
Todd vanishes and banishes the spirit back from whence it came.
Oh, Todd. If you keep a track, chat, just mark up another tally. That's all I can really do.
All right. That ends your turn, Greckles. Panic. It is now your turn. It is significantly more humid and drippy in the sewers because of your previous actions.
Great. Come on, John. Be a good sport and just lay down and die already. Fuck it, I got 2 of these. I'm gonna shatter him again at 5th level this time.
Okay. Bane. Ooh. That's really bad. I rolled a natural 1.
Yeah.
-2 is -1. +4 is 3.
Yeah, he fails.
That's a really bad failure. I'm gonna roll severity on this, actually. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, it's just normal, but he fails really badly.
He's still going to take all of this.
Good
Oh.
Lord.
29 points of thunder damage.
Okay,
That was a really good roll.
You also rolled a 1. It's only fair, Connor. This is kind of weird math, so I'm just pulling out a calculator real quick.
Yeah.
All right. That really hurt him. And as you explode him, you watch as his head actually erupts, like it just pops like a balloon. And inside you see 5 or 6 different skulls, like tucked in kind of the chest, like the neck clavicle cavity. You just see 5 or 6 skulls with these glowing eyes on the inside, and immediately they all shing turn red as
Huh.
We have a fun little roll we get to do.
Fine.
Oh yeah. Oh, very fun. Okay, yeah, that's what happens. You just see all these skulls inside of him, and it's like, as all the eyes just kind of scan over and look up, and he's still confused.
Ugh. I don't really have anything for a bonus action, so I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'll just go right here.
Okay.
I'll end my turn.
It is now John's turn, and before we roll for the confusion, we get to roll for his berserk.
Rage. His what now?
His berserk. He doesn't go berserk, which
Despite
is
all
nice.
of his rage.
Despite all of his rage.
He's still
I have
just
to
a
roll.
John in a sewer.
I have to re-roll the charisma saving throw, correct?
That is correct.
That is minus 3. That is going to be 16.
That
Well,
actually
magic-
D4. D4.
Oh, minus the D4.
Mm,
13. Thank
failed.
God
Bane,
for
Bane,
Bane. He is
Bane.
still confused.
you stay right
Bane,
where you
Bane,
are. Roll a D8 for me,
Bane.
Monty.
3.
3. It does nothing.
All right. He stands in the water and just stares up at you. And
Remember what I said, Connor?
the two of you hear a sound like howling, like a crowd of people screaming, but it's tempered. It's behind a wall. It doesn't seem to be here, but it's here. That's John's turn.
Cool. Thanks.
Back down to Mike Crank's turn. Let's see.
Mike Crank making things with Crank.
How high up in the air are you, Grepples?
30 feet.
Okay. It does have.
Decisions.
I have decisions here. How smart is this creature? Very dumb. It's gonna go after Task.
Ah.
Sorry. And it's going to attack. That's not that. Oh, that's actually not that bad. It's 21 to hit.
Yeah, hits.
Okay. Where did my dice go? Oh.
Oh, you know.
Oh, you know, places. Oh, come on. Well, 2 1s. So that's going to be 12 points of bludgeoning damage to you, Task, to start.
All right.
And then... Oh. 14 points of necrotic damage to you.
Alright, it's still fucking pretty terrible.
You watch as, again, he does like an uppercut, and you actually get launched in the air, Task, as you kind of do a flip and land on the ground and kind of manage to like salvage the ground. But as he pulls back his arm into himself, you watch as you can feel that warmth in your chest just being, it's like a tug of war. Like he's trying to pull that out, but you're keeping it in. That ends Mike Crank's turn as he just stares down at you angrily. That brings us now around to Remy. It is now your turn. As you look down at the scene of John, what you first thought was just a simple flesh-made construct seems to be maybe something more, and you're not sure.
Cool. For safety reasons, I'm going to go right here. I'm still within 30 feet. Full
Okay.
defense.
Okay, you bring up
Turn.
full defense. Turn. You still have the thing pointing at him, correct?
Correct.
Okay, perfect. That brings us to Task. It is now your turn. Your bones are a little hurting.
Let me roll concentration for Hunter's Mark. Okay, I keep it.
You're fine.
Haste action, disengage.
Okay, you can run 60 feet.
Uh-huh.
Phew! Now it's the red blur.
Bonus action, superior healing potion.
Okay, you pop another one. And you take a drink.
I am out of healing, for fuck's sake. 8d4 plus 10.
Whew. That's all right, healing.
Nice. Very nice.
That's a big fucking sippy.
That's some prime Kool-Aid right there.
Yep. All right. Time to hit this motherfucker again. 2 attacks.
Right.
Here we go. 17.
17 just hits.
Ooh.
Cool. So
7?
7 plus
5. Oh my god.
10. So 17.
Very nice. You fire an arrow, and we'll see what it does on Mike Crank's turn.
Well, I ain't done yet. I got another shot.
All right, go ahead.
Oh.
24
That
roll
hits.
play. 6
There's 6.
plus 5,
Nice.
11. And
Very
that's turn.
good. All right, that brings us around to the top of the turn order. Greckles, it is now your turn.
Oh boy, oh boy. Let's see here. Could do 4, 5, 6, 7. Nah. Let's go.
Why is going off my cats?
Let's move. I think that was 15? 15.
It's gobbling down a well
Um,
again.
God. You know what? Todd's pulling his weight, so let's lob him again.
Fuck you, Nick! All right, go ahead.
Huh!
Todd
21.
hits.
For 6. God.
Nice.
Let's see here. It was 15, 6, 5, 45. Playing the spread out game. Okay, turn.
Connor.
But
All right. That brings us now to Panic's turn.
alrighty. Seeing as this thing is horrid, and I don't want to deal with it, whatever new capabilities it might have, I am going to fuck it. I am going to cast Shatter at level 6 on this thing.
Okay.
God.
I want to just do a jump cut to a marketplace above this location, and there's a dwarven woman selling like mirrors, and she's like, "Oh yeah, this one's really," and then just boom, and they all just look around, and then boom, and then there's another look around, and then this happens. So go ahead and roll.
It's just a. The hell's that?
That's like a century of bad luck, mate.
I have thought I can't. It has good constitution. I swear to God, it does.
No, right now it doesn't.
Minus bait 0 plus 4 is 4, so 4
Yeah, it
saving
fails.
throw.
Yeah, it fails.
I rolled a 4 on the d20. I rolled a 4 on the Bane dice, and then it has a plus 4.
All right. So it's going to
Fuck.
take all of this. Okay, it's not great. 21.
21.
man.
Hey, it's 21.
That is 3 1s on the die.
The curse continues, Connor.
Well, bright side is I'm only down on mass suggestion, so yeah.
As the dwarf woman is selling a mirror and hands it off, she looks down and she goes, "Is there an earthquake? Or is someone farting?" All right.
Strong.
That brings us to John. Gonna roll on his berserk die.
Looks over at her husband who's sleeping and slaps him upside the head.
Shut up! They were scaring away the customers. John. Where did my John? Oh, there it is. Where did John go? There
John.
it is. John.
Hey, John, it's what I do.
John does not go berserk.
Gotta have a good meal.
He rolls a 4 minus 3 minus 1. So 0 on the charisma saving throw against the Umber Hulk eye.
Well, hey.
So I'm going to go ahead and roll a d8 on that. This thing's mean. Good thing you can only use it once per day. 8.
It makes an attack against anybody in its range, which it has none, so it does nothing.
Die, fish. It explodes another fish. All
He's
right,
doing it.
That brings us around to Mike
He's
Crank.
gaming. He's gaming.
John Gaming.
John Gaming. Okay. Let's see. We got.
Monty Wallfly.
Oh, right. Thank you.
Oh, the 1d10 thing.
And I am 30 feet up. I've been calculating.
Yeah, you sure can.
Do I have to roll the 1d10 thing like you said?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, you do. Actually, that might.
A 3.
3. As you guys you launch 2 arrows into him, and Greckles, you throw a dagger into him. You watch as part of his body like snaps and crackles, and you can see popping of electricity in his chest. You don't know what that means, but he seems vulnerable to something.
Ooh.
He is going to charge over here. He's going to grab the scarecrow. He grabs it with his hand and unearths it.
Oh.
Oh no!
And Task, Mike Crank
No,
is going to
come on,
throw the
man.
scarecrow at you. Because he can't reach you because you're too fast.
He's armed.
So this is an improvised attack.
Is it Dex save or?
He's going to throw this at you. So I got to see what his stats are here. He'll use strength. So that's a soft 20.
Damn it.
And I'll use javelin stats for this. All right, this is 1d6. You take 9 points of scarecrow damage as like you're running and you turn around and you just see him throw the scarecrow and it crashes into your body, but you manage to scramble out from underneath it.
Son of a bitch.
He's a combat expert. I don't know what to tell you.
No, because it's gonna be hysterical for the next thing I do.
All right, Remy, it is now your turn.
I mean, you know the drill. Same as the first. I'll take it easy on you. I have full defense.
All right, you full defense. All right, Task, now your turn.
I just want to double. I'm looking through all of my nonsense to quickly double check if I have something. I do. Excellent. And let me double check the spell. No, it doesn't work the way I want it to. Fuck. But I can still do it because I have that extra fucking ability because of haste. So, move 60.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. I am over here now. I am over yonder. Haste action. Lightning arrow.
Okay.
So it's just this.
Ooh.
I'm.
Oh.
Uh,
You do have your aspect of Eos if
I
you
do.
want to
I'm
roll
gonna
that.
use it.
Okay.
I'm fucking re-rolling. Oh my god, much better.
Okay.
There we go. 26.
Hovered over that 3 for a second.
Yeah, it was like slow and dramatic.
So 7. So that's lightning damage. Unless you want to add the hunter. The hunter's mark is magic, so that's not it. So that's
Yeah.
this. But if you want to add it to Colossus Slayer, which I don't know if you can or not, but that's 5.
So it's 7 lightning damage?
7 lightning damage, yes.
Okay, that's doubled because his exposed circuitry made him vulnerable to lightning damage.
Okay.
So that's
well,
14 plus 4 is 18 plus 5 is 23 points of damage to him.
Sick. All right. Now, I like the idea of just like he fucking threw that scarecrow at me. The camera doesn't pan on him. He gets hit with an arrow, looks down at himself. What the fuck? Who does that? Conjure barrage.
Okay.
The creature must perform a dexterity saving throw and beat a 14.
Okay. Surprisingly dexterous, so we'll roll for this. Oh, that's cocked. 17.
I fucking.
Sorry.
He takes half as much as this, so 3d8.
Okay. Oh!
Although that's a good roll.
Pretty good.
20.
10, so it's half of it. He takes 10. That's down. That hurts. You let loose the lightning arrow, and it actually explodes inside of the inside of the chest of him. You can see smoke now bellowing out of one shoulder, and he kind of slacks to one side. You can hear this horrible sound of twisting metal. That hurt him very badly.
Fucking throw a scarecrow at me, you dick! That's what you get! Ten's turn.
That is your turn. All right, Greckles, it is now your turn.
Greckles, seeing this, it's just, whoa. Okay, then.
It's like someone throwing a fucking steel chair at someone from off the screen.
It's like that. It's like that. What is it called? The Blue Jay guy, Rigby and Mordecai, where like he throws the chair. Yeah,
Yep.
same energy.
just shaking it loose. Greckles yell out, just keep staying your distance. Let's see. I'm gonna do something that I haven't done in a very long time. Oh boy, can I do it from there? I can do it from there. Give me a second. 60? 60? Oh, too far. Okay, well, screw it. I'm gonna go way over here. It's gonna clasp his talent.
I'm gonna change the music just really quick while we're doing this, just to kind of mix it up a little bit.
I switched it over to Metopia boss music on my end.
All right.
Good? All right.
Yeah, we're good to go.
Greckles will clasp his talons together and shout out, Katolujutsu! And for the first time in a very long time, cast Firebolt.
Okay.
Because it's going to be better damage than I can do with weapons. So, Hia, 22 to hit.
That hits.
3d10, 16 points of fire damage.
Whoa.
I should use this more often.
As you toss the fire in, it's almost like slam dunking like a basketball into a hoop, because it goes right into that hole that was in the center of his chest. You hear a thunk. And just like Robot Wars or Battle Bots, you just now see fire just cooking out underneath him on one of his shoulders.
Oh, jeez.
Nice.
He is now on fire, for lack of a better term, as he takes a significant chunk of damage from that.
Man, yeah, I gotta remember to use this more often. Good grief, I didn't realize it was 3d10 at this point.
Yeah, oh yeah, cantrips get stinky
cantrips
at late
do
levels.
big boy damage at this point.
Let's see here. That was movement, attack, bonus action. I don't think there's anything I can do bonus action. No, I'm gonna go in all
Aspect,
turn.
you hear from the other side of the fucking field. When the fuck have you done that?
Greckle shrugs. A little panicked right now. Look, when I can. What is my sneak at right now? It's like freaking 6d6. No, more than that, I think.
A lot.
It's a lot. So I haven't, do I want to do 3d10 or like a bazillion d6? So hey,
Situational.
Okay. Yeah. All right, that's turn.
All right, Panic, it is now your turn.
Woo. Alrighty. I want to hang on to some.
John got fucked over. I just want to say that. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, this is going to be crazy. Like, John's going to do all this stuff. And he's literally sitting here standing waist deep in a kiddie pool, punching fish.
I feel a little bad for him, but, he's a big old monster and he's killed people, so, don't feel too bad, and I'm gonna hang on to some spell slots. I'm just gonna cast Shatter at level 3.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. That had some bounce to it. Okay, he finally rolled well. That's a 19. Wait, minus...
Bane.
Minus 2, 17.
He just barely succeeds. My spell save DC is 17. I think that means he succeeds, yes.
Wait, so
Yes,
aggressor wins?
Yeah.
Aggressor wins.
Well, then he fails.
I'd say it has to be for like a saving throw. It has to be, you have to make that number. So 16 would be a failure,
All right.
I'm going to say. Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
If I've made that
I
call
mean-
wrong in the past, I'm very sorry, but I feel like that, at
Dude,
least
it's
it
fine,
has to
it's
be
fine.
that. So
That's fine. I mean,
We've literally bullied him this entire time.
he's
so-
still going
Yeah.
to take half of this.
much explosion.
oh my god.
15.
So 7. Oh my god. He's not looking good at all. Like parts of his flesh are slawing off. His arm just splashes into the water, and it's like still moving in it. It's horrible. All right.
I think he's winding down. I think we're on the last stretch of this.
All right.
Form 2.
Form 2. All right. It is now John's turn. Oh wait, I gotta roll a d6 for this. No, he never goes berserk. All right. And saving throw. That is going to be
John's got other priorities right now, man.
13. This Bane sucks.
Nope.
The only
Bane,
way he can
Bane,
get out of this
Bane.
confusion, and if Remy moves, and like turns it off by some chance, or if Bane goes away. Like I literally have to roll a natural 20 to get him out of this because of this ability.
Mm-hmm. You sure
Y'all
do.
are mean. You're bullies.
Yep.
Okay.
Meanwhile, down south. Oh
Look,
God!
I told you we were gonna wreck this, and we are. Is that his
7.
turn?
We're just so goddamn good, boss.
We are,
He
dude,
rolled-
Connor. It's not fair. This is why we can't.
You
team
know
up
what,
anymore.
Monty? From one DM to another, it was about time you needed a Johnny Dark Souls moment. It was about fucking time.
7 for his confusion table.
He does nothing.
Oh God, he just
Punch a
stands there
fish.
and stares at you.
He gets to punch a fish.
All right, he punches another fish. There's just dead fish floating in the sewer water.
Flicks a carp in the head.
All right, it is now Mike Crank's turn.
Picks up another scarecrow from the ether.
Roll a d10 for me first.
Roll a what?
I got it.
Greckles, roll a d10.
8.
This makes so much sense. Overheats is the flaw that occurs.
Oh, nice.
Can you roll a d6 for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
5.
He does not become incapacitated, but he is still on fire. So if he rolled a 6, he would have been incapacitated, but he is not. But still, kind of scary.
Yeah.
All right, he is on fire. Let's see. You are 90 feet
That is very
away.
thematic.
Yeah, that was the perfect roll. You are 75 feet away.
Yeah, so I'm 105 up.
Oh, you're up in the air?
Yeah, I'm still 30 feet up, technically.
Okay.
Firebolt's got a range of 120, so...
He is going to dash.
Is that a bench?
It is a horse, the thing you tie a horse to.
Oh, good.
And he's going to grab it and rip it out from the ground.
Oh, boy.
Magic Greckles. Is that a bench?
Is that a...
All right, that brings us now to Remy. It is now your turn. This thing is just completely subdued by you.
Do you want me to help you out, Connor?
I am getting a little low on slots.
All right. I'm gonna go here and cast Burning Hands.
Okay. That's a dexterity saving throw.
It sure is. And I'm gonna do it at level 2 because fuck him. So that's gonna be 16 points of fire damage.
Hold on.
DC 12.
That is 10, so he fails.
You failed. You take all 16.
Aversion to fire. If the golem takes fire damage, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the end of its turn.
Ooh.
Bitch.
Fire bad.
Oh, actually, 16 points. He's non-resistant. How do you want to kill him?
I literally want to incinerate him in the water.
All right, you just let loose the torrent of flame, and you watch as the heads pop like pustules. You watch as the flesh sizzles and crackles like pork over a spit, before it just melts down into the water, and the water that remains on the surface just begins to hiss and boil until all you can see just growing out from the water is the charred remains of a spinal column that gently floats down the sewer water.
Remy's
John
gonna Yep.
is slain.
Remy's gonna close the shield and turn to Panic. And this was made by the necromancer that bested Lady Isla. Really?
Panic shrugs.
Panic
Joke.
and Remy, you begin to hear screams. A torrent of screams. And you watch as darting out from the charred remains of the body. Both you guys make religion checks.
Okay.
Make the god roll.
Here I go.
This is all you, buddy.
Soft
10.
20.
Okay. Remy and Panic, you watch as these little lights, they're freed souls. Looking at what John was, he wasn't really a flesh golem. He was some sort of experiment of necromantic proportions. And no doubt a form made without blood had to be pulled together with something, and you can hear, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, as a bunch of about 40 to 60 souls leave John that were imprisoned within him. And as the last one peters out like a firework, you watch as one massive charred red soul bursts free. Panic with your religion check. You don't quite know exactly what it is because you are not a worshiper of Necrecta, but you watch as that form vanishes and disappears, and you can hear a cackling laughter of Mel that fades into nothingness. Task, it is now your turn.
Okay.
Alrighty,
Cool.
let's see. I'm gonna saunder my ass over this way,
Okay.
because I will have enough room to do all of that. I'm using all 3 of my haste and regular ass attacks to attack 3 times.
Okay, you're just like unloading like a Gatling
Yep,
gun right now.
I fall prone to the fucking. I fall prone to the I fall prone to the floor, and I enter Tarkov gamer mode, and I start sniping.
the boost bass, oh my god, the bass boosted like Russian highlights music kind of begins to play. Yeah.
Well, 14's not hitting.
14 misses, and you fire off the first shot. It shatters against the shoulder as Mike Crank rips out this, I don't know what it's called, but it's like the thing you tie a horse to. It's like a horse
Hitching
tie.
post.
Hitching
Post. Thank you. As Mike Crank rips the hitching post out of the earth. Second shot.
Lightning arrow.
Okay.
26.
26. That hits.
10 plus.
Oh.
Jeez.
Do you like 22 points of damage? I like 22 points of damage.
22 points of damage as you let loose another lightning arrow, and you can even see Mike Crank seize up, holding onto the hitch post. The part that's in his arm is almost cut by his fingers as he squeezes down on it, as he takes the lightning damage. Third shot.
Regular arrow. That's fucking nat 20 on the other side.
I'm
21.
so sorry. 21
No,
hits.
it's fine.
10
plus 2, 12.
12. All right. He looks terrible. He looks really bad as he kind of unjolts himself. He leans up and looks towards you, Greckles, and is aiming a shot to like just knock you out of the sky.
Okay.
Tass, does that end your turn?
That's turn.
All right. It is now Greckles' turn.
All right. One more shot. Freaking Katon no Jutsu. Let's see. Wabam. Oh, for crying out loud. Oh,
I'm
well.
so sorry. 9 points.
It happens.
That does not hit. You huck. You like bring back your hand and you katsu no jutsu, and he swings the hitching post like a baseball bat, and you watch as it just like boom, disappears over the horizon, like he did a home run.
And it falls on task.
So
You watch as everyone who's watching you fight, like all the salvagers are like, oh, and like clap.
All right, so Monty, I am 30 feet up. I'm gonna break the sound barrier and go to the other corner of the map.
All right. You just take off flying, kind of in a nosedive to pick up speed. And you watch as he turns around and watches, like his head just turns, like the whole thing just towards you as you turn around.
Cool. That's turn.
All right. That brings us around now to Panic. It is now your turn. And combat is over. Combat is over for you. It is now Mike Crank's turn. 80.
Plus 30.
He's gonna move 30 feet. Task. Go ahead and roll another d10 for me.
A roll a what again? Sorry?
D10.
Oh, a d10. Very well. Yahoo. 10.
Oh. Okay, that's fun. As he gets close,
Self-destruct.
no, as he walks closer to you, you watch as part of his armor cling cling lands on the ground. Cling, cling, chunks of him are falling off from the fire inside, and also your shots. You've just weakened the armor that is actually just falling off now in rusted heaps. But he is gonna throw this at you.
Well, don't that beat all?
I'm doing my best, buddy. I'm trying to...
You're pretty far away, so it's gonna be with disadvantage. That's cocked. 18 to hit you.
That matches.
All right, I'm gonna make this a little bit more because it's a pretty big thing. As you kind of are like taking your shots and you're grabbing another bow, you just see over the hill of the dirt, just like whew, the hitching post launch through the air. You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage as it lands right on top of you. Hello?
Task just pushes. Yeah, no. Task pushes the fucking hitching post off him and does the Courage the Cowardly Dog laugh when he's in pain.
Oh.
Do you wait. But do you have a cavity in one of your teeth?
Sure, why not?
Absolutely. I don't
Through one of
care.
the teeth.
I say it's necessary. All right, that brings us now around to Remy. You're out of combat. Task is now your turn as you kind of crawl out from underneath the hitching post that's been thrown at you.
All right, you fucking dick. I'm doing it again 3 times. Let's go.
All right.
Oh my god, come on. 17.
Just hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
6 plus 11 plus, so 19.
How do you want to take him out?
All right, you know what? No, it's not even a fucking arrow. Task is so fucking pissed. He yanks one of the pieces of the hitching board off and uses it as an arrow and fires it at him.
Okay, absolutely. Where do you want it to hit?
Right in his fucking dumb dome of a face.
All right, you let loose the shard of wood and you just completely, what's the word when you kill a vampire? Stake it? Yeah.
Stake,
You stake him in the face and you watch as there's a moment where he leans like you're as he kind of leans backwards. And there's like an explosion and his arm falls into the ground and the entire heap just crashes to the ground. And you wait for 1 minute, 2 minutes, and everything seems still. And that's where we're going to take a break.
Oh boy, God, I have to go really bad.
Oh. Horror upon horror.
God.
And now you have to repair him.
That's not my job.
Tag him and tag him.
Hey, guess what? That ain't my fucking business now, ain't it? I'm in the business of killing. I'm on the business of repairing. I'm getting tea. I'll be right back.
That's the opposite of my job.
Hi, Zito. Hi, Connor.
Hi. Man, we really fucked that one up, didn't we?
That was as soon as it's not. We're not fair. We're just not fair.
We're just
There's like you ever watch like the Americans in the early 90s play basketball against everybody else? We're just the dream team.
Yeah. You ever think you're too good at something?
I do, and then I realize, but people like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
Yeah, we're good. She had it coming anyway. Who are you more excited for, Lonzo or DeRozan? Lonzo, because DeRozan can't shoot. And I think it was a fun signing, but I think it was a mistake for the chemistry of the team in terms of the makeup, because now they have a non-shooter that they can't hide too well. But we'll see what happens. Then maybe they'll get creative. Maybe DeRozan becomes a power forward. Who knows? But at least the Bulls are adding people and not just trading away their whole fucking team. 100 bits from Callum. Yo, Remy, stun locking John like a Mega Man boss. You damn right. Chris with 100 bits. Good job, guys. Also, I got a job so I can give more bits often. Also, how's everyone? And to DMs, how does an Azamar werewolf sound? Sounds interesting.
Badass.
Yeah, werewolves are cool. Azamar exist. Burnout Vaughn with 100 bits. Hey, Bosco, how would you feel about a reporter-style bard? It's a concept. Knight
Watch them interviews people.
I guess. Knight with some bits saying, God, Bosco and Connor, why the fuck do you kick so much ass? I don't know. Connor, that's a good question for the halftime show. Why do you kick so much ass?
I was just born different.
Okay, that's fair. So would you say that you broke the mold?
Yeah, they broke the mold when they made me.
Got it. We didn't take damage, except for that first hit, which I should have been able to shield. That's... man. Zen with 200 bits. It took over 100 episodes, but we finally got the Panic Remy team up. You love to see it. So how's it going, Bosco and Connor? It's going good, Robot. Zan with 200 bits. To the Dream Team and the Error Team. Hope you all are doing well. Ren with 100 bits. Goodbye, John, you freaking nature. Yup. Bro, we're like a Unexpectables speed run team right now.
Okay.
We're like, huh, what's that? Mr. X boss fight? Nah, get in the water, son.
Yeah, I'm glad we got water skip.
Yeah, that was good. Because when you force him to glitch into the water like that, you can actually bypass the level and his health takes a hit.
Mm-hmm.
But
you know, if you
do me a favor, there's going to be like a roleplay scene between Panic and Remy. Skip it so we can just get, because if you skip it, you can get a glitch where you go through the wall. And like it'll play the audio in the background, but if you skip it, it'll let you keep going.
Gotcha. And that's how you wrong warp to the end credits of the Unexpectables.
Exactly, yeah. Because I don't need to see the rest of this trash.
Wow.
Hey, Connor, that was your problem with Helena. You should have just given her hot peppers.
There you go.
He'll get that reference. No one else will. They'll be confused.
Robot, thank you for getting a tier 1 sub to speedrunners. Magic, thank you for 100 bits. Speaking of interesting characters, how does a fairy dragon monk sound? Complex and interesting. Viridian Winter, thank you for the 500 bits. Let's try this again. John died like a bitch while my crank went down swinging as it should be. Bangalangs with 100 bits. I can't wait until the gang reconvenes and Greckles wakes up one morning with a frying pan pressed to his throat. Kiwi is gonna find out, Gaijin.
I'm back.
Big Peace Pipe with 100 bits. Something to ask the animal lovers. Any advice for someone who's lost their 2 cats, 17 and 19, in a week leading to their 24th? Take the time you need to grieve, and there's nothing wrong with when you're ready getting another animal, because sometimes that's the best thing.
We had Jade for almost 21 years. Or rather, I should say Aki had Jade for almost 21 years. when she passed, that was one of the hardest things that we've had to do. Time will heal, but it may take a long time, so give yourself the time.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it is a fun time to discover that my kettle is out the door, so that's new. That's fun.
Foxy Phil, thank you for the bit.
Figuratively or literally?
Both
Greckles-
at this point.
Fair.
Greckles with 100 bits. I love you guys. Also, Monty, how can you keep your cool when your players don't let your monsters do cool stuff that's planned? The same way the players keep their cool when Monty wrecks us. That's just the way the game
Yeah,
works
and it's just a
sometimes.
back and forth.
Kalen with 100 bits.
Darling, that's part of it.
When the
Listen,
jailer
They pantsed one of my Oni, and I had to just be like, okay.
when the jailer calls in parental backup, no one escapes my mom.
Yeah, sometimes that's just where the dice fall, man. That's just shit happens. Can't be too
40.
mad at it.
Worm Spawn for 500 bits. For DMs Guild writers, is it possible to use that content on D&D Beyond? Or should one look for other options to use DMs Guild publishing?
Don't do that, because that's literally you're stealing the content. That's literally you're taking the content. Unless the person gives you the permission to do so, don't do that. That's literally just taking their shit and putting it online for free.
That's called a crime, and we will, pursue justice.
Now,
I can talk
if
to
you're
people
using
about
D&D
that.
Guild content to make a character on D&D Beyond, like using the character sheet creator, like, I feel like, maybe that's okay.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But like putting the stats, like putting the actual numbers and all the lore and everything just copy pasted onto D&D Beyond for everyone to use. Nah, fuck you. You just stole the content.
Yeah, you can use the content, but you can't repost it. That's generally yeah. And
Yep.
Wormspawn said I meant making a character, which I think that would kind of defeat the purpose. So
Yeah, making a character is fine. Not like just taking the content and putting it on DM's Guild for everyone to use. Nah, that's different.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, if someone had to take the Axolotls and like make a character that's an Axolotl, or like have a campaign where they're a thing, like I'd be totally fine with that. But if they post that, like if they take all of my work and post that on like D&D Beyond's like public access homebrew page, there would be words, unfortunately.
Mr. Crawford, can you get the laser sight, please?
Bring down the hammer of dawn.
Sorry, I'm here. I'm just eating toast.
Yeah, and I'm just drinking my tea. Unfortunately, my now coffee-infused tea, which is... Ugh.
Okay. All right. I'm officially good. I am full of zucchini bread.
Oh, I love zucchini. I love zucchini like pastries.
Damn, bro, I gotta go food shopping.
Mhm.
That is not a London fog, Zenlita. I'm gonna fight you.
And I have barbecue.
Oh, damn.
Oh, right, I have chicken wings. Fuck.
I have enchiladas and taco meat. Ugh.
You know what? Before we start again, I'm gonna go quickly grab those.
Oh man, I don't know if I told anyone. Aki made enchiladas for the first time in her life, and I'm as someone who doesn't usually like Mexican food, freaking dynamite.
I saw the picture of that. They look pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Love me some enchiladas.
Chicken, ooh. Someone got static.
Ah. Wait, no, that isn't me.
It's Bosco.
Bosco, plug in your mic.
I think.
Jiggle your mic. You're making crackly sounds like you did before.
Never mind, the chicken strips have got, so...
Oh no.
Damn, starved Zito.
Damn, punished.
Punish Zito. A man denied his chicken tenders.
We're all bones here.
We're all bones here.
All right, you guys good to keep going?
Mhm.
I'm a
Yeah.
demon. And I didn't get my chicken tendies.
Gosh, you were right. They're not one of us. We cannot judge an enemy.
Or his chicken tendies.
Chicken soldiers.
The hell are we on about?
Oh no.
Boss, you killed a chicken. Amazing. Mission complete, boss.
That's why you're the best.
By the way, I had the joy of showing Arkolf Crab Battle. If you guys remember Crab Battle.
Oh my god.
Still holds up today. It's so
Classic.
Broke my knife.
good. Oh, God.
My
It's got
knife.
razor sharp. It's got razor sharp claws.
You're not gonna believe this. There's a crab in this cave.
I don't think I'll be making out of this place alive.
All right, so Greckles and Task, as you guys calm down, you watch as one of the salvagers, just grabbing my notes here, kind of leans down and goes, "That was really good. Good job!" And they kind of clap and applaud for you.
Task is
Ren hoicking so bad, like hunched over, his hands half clenched and like just neck turns instantaneously with a stone crunch.
I imagine the mouth is doing that like long droopy puckered.
Into a mosquito-like mouth.
Yeah.
Professor
Task.
Vadenmore makes his way down kind of the hill and approaches trepidatiously, like cautiously. Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't think he's getting back up. Also, Task, are you doing okay?
Slowly turn to Greckles. Takes his hands, grabs like the bottom of like the back of his torso, and makes a nice hearty fucking back crunch. I am fine. I'm fine.
Well, here, just in case you need it for down the line. I'm gonna toss you a 2d4 plus 2 potion.
Cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Well, ladies and gentlemen, do you have what you need?
I hope we can get it working with what you got left. You watch as the wizard, I believe she was an elf, descends down and begins to kind of pick through the parts and kind of casts her hands over her spell book. And she goes, My expertise is not in ghosts, but I sense no residual magic anymore, which could be both a good thing and a bad. All right,
Why
then.
bad?
You want this thing to work, don't you?
We want this thing to be at least in serviceable and or working order so the silver kobolds can do the rest.
Understood. She seems a little quizzical at the term silver kobolds, as they're not quite well known yet in the city, but...
Ma'am, I wouldn't worry too much about it. These little guys can make a fireball shooting ape from seemingly nothing. I think they're gonna be okay.
I see. She kind of closes her book and walks over. You watch as the dwarf. Vadenmore is kind of yelling like, "Go ahead, get to work. You need to start on that one. Make sure to get the biggest pieces on the cart and make sure not to miss any bits. Here, grab this and comb through the dirt." And you see it as they kind of begin to salvage the pieces up of Mike Crank.
I still got fly active. Could I use that to kind of get things hitched and hooked on more easily since my crank is so huge?
You do help them. You help set up some pulley systems that they use to actually drag him to the cart itself proper. Go ahead, both of you, and with advantage, both of you will roll athletics checks.
Oh, very well.
Oh, thank God.
God.
19. 19.
All right, Greckles, with the flying, you do help them out quite a bit, especially with like carrying over to and from like big bags of like little pieces, like little bits. Like they're very thorough. They're not only collecting like the big giant parts, but also like, you know, the little finger bolts and things like that. Like by the end of it, they actually have it all cataloged. It takes like 12 hours though. Like they're going nonstop. Yeah. And like Professor Vadenmore is actually charting out where each, like what piece would be in what bag for whoever you're going to have repairing it. So like, you know, here's all the finger bolts and joints and whatever. Here's, you know, the leg parts. Here's the part that's missing. You know, this is the big part here. This goes here. You know, this is the remains of the head that got exploded. You know, this got caught fire, and here's all the burnt pieces that they can be used as reference, right?
Mm-hmm. What time
Um,
of day is it by the time they finish?
It is nighttime, but they have lanterns. They're out with lanterns, and they're just kind of doing a final once over. So I'd say it's probably like 9 p.m., like 10 p.m. maybe. Probably later than that.
We're gonna have to decide whether we're gonna camp here or just try to get out. If there's hollow ground here that would turn Mindcrank into something that monstrous, I don't know if we should be sticking around.
Mm.
Can we not go back to where we just entered and stay there, at least for the night?
1 second. I think myself and the lads agree that maybe getting away from the forgotten battleground would be best.
Alright, then let's make one last attempt. Let's make one last attempt for the night, at least for strenuous activity, to get my crank at least out of here and into a safer location, and then we will take our rest.
All right, well, we can do that right now. All right, go, get shit up. And you watch as they command your guys' lizard hounds, and they groanfully pull the cart. It is much heavier now, as it's filled with a giant metal man, even compared to the tree and the several people you've had in the back. You guys are walking home. I'll just say that much. He's a very, very big construct. Whoever's in the jockey seat gets to sit and drives the lizard hounds, but the rest of everybody else is walking.
I'm the guy with the expertise in driving, so I guess I'll take that.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're also the lightest, I would assume.
All
You
right.
pick me up, I weigh as much as a bowling ball.
As you drive the cart out of the outskirts of town, you look back in. It's just the swords stuck in the ground, the various different forgotten armor sets, and of both fire giant and human alike. You guys park the cart out there. Do you wish to camp here for the night, or do you wish to continue traveling?
As long as we're not within any place where there's gonna be spooky ghosts inhabiting people's souls and shit, then yeah, we'll take a rest.
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys set up a watch, or you just rest?
We can set up a watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vanemore is willing to help because he's willing to take first watch because he needs to finish cataloging all the information for whoever you're giving this to. He's earning his money. I'll just say that much. Like, he's 100% willing to earn his money. The wizard is willing to take not like last watch, but she's willing to put alarm around for her part of the watch,
yeah,
essentially.
that's
good.
helpful.
Yeah.
Because while I'm not in the greatest of shape, I could probably do night watch.
Does alarm require concentration?
No, you can go to sleep with it.
I was about to say, should we all just go to sleep and have her set alarm?
Yeah, but there's fucking walking trees and shit going around. There's a chicken the size of a continent.
All right, that's
the pig the size of a continent. I don't think alarm's gonna help with a hoof that's around the entire size of it.
All right. Well, if can the alarm be set for all of us? Because I know
Yes.
there's either a mental one or a actual.
So
alarm.
she can make a range that is it can't be any larger than a 20-foot cube, which encompasses your guys' camp essentially. So the alarm alerts you whether a tiny or larger creature touches or enters the warded area, and she can designate creatures that won't set off the alarm. So she can decide what doesn't set it off.
Okay.
And she also asks if you would like it to be just her getting alerted or if it's audible for everybody. If something...
Everyone.
Okay.
Yeah. I will take a last watch for the dawn.
Okay. So, nothing happens in the night. Remy and Panic.
Yeah, we're gonna press X to skip the dialogue and do the wall hack. Connor and I talked about it.
Okay, but you need to get a frame perfect jump in the corner of the room for that
That's
to go
what I'm
off
saying. Well, because we
perfectly.
speed ran the boss, so I figure if we skip the dialogue and do the corner move, then we'll be able to go through the wall. The dialogue plays, but you can go to the end of the level.
Okay, roll a d20 to get the frame
BLJ.
perfect skip.
Okay, hang on a second. That's
Roll
gonna be,
athletics to BLJ.
hold on. It's going to be a 7 to get it.
Unfortunately, as you jump into the corner, you just missed the frame, and unfortunately, you're gonna have to reset the run. I'm sorry.
Fucking damn it, Connor! I told you should have done the jump.
Connor, do you want to attempt the frame perfect jump?
Because one of us has to make it so we can get the dialogue skip. Is that
No.
enough?
No,
Fuck!
it's not enough.
Right.
Damn it.
You guys, I actually would have jumped you guys forward if you
I would have.
Damn it. I was like standing on Remy's shoulder trying to clip through the ceiling. But
yeah. I actually would have jumped you guys back somewhere else, but now you have to navigate back out, which is really, really
so
funny. All right. So as you guys finish and the howls and screams of entrapped spirits finally cease, and that massive aura of something just vanishes and disappears, and a laughing cackle, you guys are actually pretty okay.
Yeah, we're fine.
Oh, well, that was tedious.
It's taken care of. At least it's over.
I suppose we should go tell... we could go tell Everyman that the job is done. Get our stuff and get out.
I suppose you can do that. I'm going to need you to deliver your report to Lady Isla as well. She's going to be interested in this information.
Right. Boy. Well, we're already down in the sewers, so let's go see Everyman first. And I'll just mage hand over to John's double corpse, and I'll pluck like something notable that would be recognizable as John.
I will say you take a vertebra, like a, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Vertebra?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I just vertebra. You grab that and you pocket that.
All right. Now I'll cast Prestidigitation to make a tiny rose in my palm, and I'll throw it over to the rest of the corpse. So long, John, and a flight of angels sing thee to thy rest.
All right. For the sake of brevity.
Please.
Wow.
We're trying to do the wall jump.
You know what? No, now it's going to be longer. No, I'm just joking. You report to Everyman, who is overjoyed and not at all interested in the details, and is more interested in the fact that the job is done. They make mention that they're going to return the favor at some point.
I will express my appreciation.
As you guys surface out in the city, you go to bed for a long rest. The following morning, you are slated to meet with Lady Isla, the two of you, to deliver your report on your job.
Yay.
Get my smell slots back. My smell slots.
You have a nice bath when you get home.
That's nice.
Also, when you make your way through the tavern, Log is being kept on the counter.
In like a little cage. Cage.
No, it's an overturned. You ever see like kids when they hide in laundry baskets, like flipped over laundry baskets? Log is just sitting there in that. And there's like a little wooden placard like written in charcoal. It says jail.
This is good.
You guys wake up the following morning and make your way to the city proper. Is there anything you want to do before you head and meet Lady Isla?
Nah, I'm good. What about you, Connor?
Connor?
Connor,
I'm thinking.
Is it Connor? Is there anything you wanted to do before we went and talked to Isla?
Yeah, I know. I heard.
Yeah, but was there anything that you wanted to do before we talked to Lady Isla?
I don't think so. No, I think.
Okay.
All right, you guys make your way up, and as you guys make your way to the border of the council district, you are met with two very high-standing looking Hoketh clerics. They have the wide brim hats with the veils that go around the face, the sort of long cloak-like heavy armor, and each are bearing shovels and various weaponry as well. And as you guys approach, they kind of nod towards you, expecting you, and begin to lead you towards the high Hoketh temple. The Gothic cathedral-like appearance of the Hoketh temple greets you as you make your way up the steps and enter inside. For the first time, you don't see Isla in the main chambers, but you do see actually a lot of Hoketh clerics in here right now, apparently doing some sort of manner of sermon or cleansing of the temple itself. You're seeing a lot of candles being lit, a lot of incense being burned, as well as cleaning of the windows and cleaning of the stone as well. You notice that there are reliquaries that appear to be being moved around, and just a general manner of maintenance going on right now. And as the two Hoketh clerics kind of lead you forward, they actually take you into a side chamber, which you've never seen before, and eventually into what appears to be some sort of private sanctum or office. As you enter inside, you immediately see a sculpture. Greckles, oh my god, Greckles, you're sleeping in the woods. I don't need to worry about you.
That's fine.
Panic, as you enter inside and you see the statue, it is a massive, almost black stone statue. You know immediately what this is because you've seen this creature before. It is a artistic depiction of the Harvestmen.
Ugh.
It's very cool looking. Notably around it appears to be a sort of like small garden space that seems to have a variety of different kind of deep cyan and blue and purple flowers of varying degrees of large petals. And it kind of comes down to like a sort of staircase that can be sat upon. And you currently see, speaking with another cleric right now, is Lady Isla standing and speaking slowly. And as you guys enter, you watch as that cleric notices you, bows to Lady Isla, and makes their exit, kind of giving you both a cordial nod before leaving. You can see the sway of a tail. It appears that they were some sort of tabaxi of some kind.
Ah.
One of the Hoketh clerics who has escorted you kind of steps forward and goes, Lady Isla, we have escorted the guests of your request. And you watch as she still turns and goes, thank you very much. This is a private audience. And they go, and they both nod, and they turn, and they leave, and they close the door behind you. There's no need to be stiff. You can sit down if you like.
Remy will motion
Slowly.
for Panic to sit down.
Still slowly go over and just sort of slowly lower himself into the seat.
Remy
Yeah,
will
it's like a
stand-
stone bench, essentially, in this space. A lot of stonework and beautiful carvings and different sermons and hymns carved into the walls. It's very nice. A little spooky.
Remy is going to stand like the knight that he is, behind Panic and off to his right shoulder.
So, what have you found?
You'll
Quite
feel
the-
a nudge in your back, Panic.
Yep. Yeah.
Lady Isla actually is drinking tea as she's having this discussion with you. She's sitting down on the bench and she's just gently, has a little cup and she's just gently bringing it to her lips and drinking slowly as she listens to the report.
Learned quite a bit, Lady Isla.
Mm.
I'm sure you're aware of the kobold necromancer known as Mel.
Oh yes, I'm very aware.
Well, in the bowels of this city's sewers, we've discovered something quite unsettling. And I like look around from left to right. Is like there like a rule against saying certain names? And I raise my eyebrows. In here?
She kind of cocks her gaze and she goes, if you are worried about the will of Necrecta, She has no power here.
Sort of lean back when she gets some tone to her voice.
Yeah, there's some bite there. It's probably the first time you've ever heard her emote.
Okay, yeah. You know, the whole thing. Sometimes, you know, names can be powerful. He sort of rubs
I
his throat.
understand. And she just goes back to her normal demeanor and takes a sip of her tea.
Just poker facing the entire time. We've discovered some sort of sacrificial chamber in the city sewers that was devoted to Necrecta.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can, I will like sort of make a little prestidigitation of the basic markings. I can't do anything intricate, but I will.
Yeah, you kind of make it. You try and remake what you remember.
Yeah, I'll show her that.
That's a good roll, Lila. Holy shit! All right. 18 plus. Yeah. She looks down at it, and it's not a piece of paper. It's like an illusion.
Yeah, I'll just have it be on my palm.
Like showing a parent like a meme on their phone, they have to kind of lean forward and look closer at it. She kind of like leans forward with a tea in her cup, and she goes, "Oh, so she converted it. I see. What else?"
It was mentioned by a former friend of hers that it's being used as some kind of anchor. For what? I'm not quite sure. And I shudder to think about it, honestly.
Go ahead, Remy. And I panic too. Both you guys roll insight checks. This is a really hard check, though.
Okay.
So don't
Insight,
be
here we go.
discouraged if you roll low or don't roll at all. Oh, God.
Right.
Jesus. Oof. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. Fucking. Come on, roll 20. Nat 20, let's go!
Oh,
You
my
can't hide your
God.
secrets from me!
I felt it. I felt it on the hairs of the back of my neck. I felt
You
it
can't
coming.
hide from me!
And now it's my turn. 20.
That's a good roll.
Soft 20.
That's a good roll.
You tie. Actually, no, you're one over with the natural 20. Oh, my God.
Nice.
For the first time that you've known this horrible woman, this horrible, horrible woman, Remy, as Panic is talking about the anchor and when she mentions like the conversion, and then he talks about like, oh, her previous companion mentioned like this, that, and this other thing. She is not talking about what he's relaying intentionally. You get the sense for the first time that what Panic is saying is registering and is probably extremely important to her, but she's not deliberating. And probably based off of the natural 20, intentionally so.
Okay.
That's what you get from this.
Fuck. So she's processing what he's saying,
Yes.
but is giving no indication that she's processing it.
To hide her reaction, you get the sense because the way you read it with the natural 20 and the way that she's sipping her tea and just kind of watching Panic, she knows this and more, and she's not letting on to it, but she is curious about other aspects of this for sure.
Is there an emotion tied to anything that I can read on her, or is she that stone faced that I can't pick anything up?
When Panic showed her the rune and she said, oh, she converted it, there is a twitch in the eye that you've just subtly caught. You can tell that she's pretty angry, actually. But she's keeping it, however she does it, she's not showing it.
Remy will have the slightest hang on his eyes and her reaction, and then dip his head immediately and let Panic continue so as not to alert her that he might have picked up on something.
Yeah, he was
Panic,
just talking this entire time.
Yeah, you may continue.
There was something else, some sort of foul creature that was roaming the sewers and killing the unfortunate souls that found themselves down there. There must... I don't know.
You
we
killed it. It's gone.
we slayed the beast, but there was something else. When Remy managed to deal the final blow, there was some sort of release of spirits, maybe around 40 or 60. I assume they were trapped inside of that creature for some manner of time.
She kind of thinks about it for a while. Man, I have to find something really fast. She gently places down the teacup. She kind of looks to you and she goes, "When it died, spirits were freed from it. Did you see a large, differently colored spirit also emerge?"
Yes, a red one.
She sets the glass down on the saucer. She looks towards you, Remy. For the first time, she looks at you and looks back towards you, Panic. "Mr. Corbeau, Mr.
Aye.
Brintang, how familiar are you with the nature of liches?"
Okay, Monty, question above game, because I'm very familiar above game. In game, is there a role that I can make along with
That would
Panic?
be Arcana or Religion of your choice.
Okay.
Because
For
as
both
far
of us?
as your character history is concerned, like a lich is a pretty fucking big deal. That's like some world-ending shit. So
Yeah.
you may have read it in a historical tome or an Arcana tome of some
Yep.
kind. So that's where this check is coming from.
I kind of figured that this was where it was going. What do you want to make the? Because I'll do because they're the same for me. Is Arcana better for you?
Arcana is way better for me.
So I'll roll religion because it's the same for me, and we might get different information if we pass.
All right.
So I'll do religion.
Excuse me.
All right, Remy, you got anything left in the bag of tricks, or was that your last one? Let's find out.
That was a good one to get though, because I think that might
yeah.
carry over.
I believe.
Go roll 20. It's taking its sweet time.
14.
Okay, 14's pretty good.
Okay.
13.
Aw.
13.
A 3. Roll 20.
So Remy, because you use religion, you know that the creation of a lich is absolutely devastating.
Yep.
The life that they use to maintain themselves is stolen from other people. Specifically, it creates diseases, it kills people when they're young. It's really awful and is the reason why those things exist in the world. Notably, and the both of you with both of these checks would have this, liches are immortal somehow. You don't know how it works. So your knowledge of that is very limited. You have no idea. You just know that they're very, very powerful undead entities that a normal person can turn into, essentially.
So above game, they don't have the normal item that would keep them alive somewhere. It's different.
You don't know.
Okay.
Only stories. I've heard they're powerful undead creatures that are practically immortal.
They're essentially life stealers. They use it
Yeah.
and feed off of it to keep themselves alive.
Liches can be killed. There's been those in history, and you must ask where they've gone. This creature was not a lich, but its behavior was similar. When you killed it, its essence, that red thing you mentioned you saw, is probably finding a different body as we speak. What makes that unique, and she sips her tea, is that this particular vessel must be made by that same individual. This Mel, who made his first vessel in the first place. The spirit you saw was what I believe arcanists call an eidolon.
Eidolon. Wait, you mean to tell me that there's another one of those things running around?
Maybe not here, but somewhere else. We'll keep an eye on things.
That's bad. We got lucky and we managed to deal with it pretty easily. But we have more information as well.
She nods and she picks up the tea saucer and begins to drink again.
I believe I might know of a few locations.
Good. This has me
and-
most interested.
Key people as well, possibly. Supposedly she was heading to either Martiralo or Gramor to meet with someone named Hierophant and Profan.
Remy and Panic. As you say Martiralo, the teacup shatters in her hand. And there's a moment of just pause. And she just turns and goes, oops. And then she gently unclenches her hand. Is that so? I see.
Yeah.
Mia, it's in the darkest times that a lawyer must smile.
Connor,
Jesus Christ.
Connor, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm scared. I think we should go.
That was like, you've seen her fight, Panic, like with her scythe.
Yeah, that's why I'm fucking scared right now.
That's the most emotion ever.
We hit the button.
You watch as she kind of looks down at her hand, which is bleeding, and she kind of goes, I'm sorry, I did not mean to startle. Thank you. That information is going to be most helpful. Remy, roll insight with advantage. Panic, just a straight roll.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Boy, oh boy.
Come on, baby, one more time.
Oh, 28.
Good job.
Wow.
Natural 19.
Remy and Panic.
Let's go.
It's so hard to read this woman, but for the first time, she's very easy to read because I rolled terribly. I rolled a natural 1 on her.
That's appropriate.
She's coming from a place of not, like, initially it was like you saw the twitch of the face and she was clearly angry. This time it's a mixture of anger, fear, and worry.
Fear and worry from this woman?
Fear and worry.
Fuck.
Forgive me if I'm prying, but is there something important in Martiralo that Mel could be exploiting?
Roll a persuasion check, Panic.
Oh, man.
Okay, here I go. Not great. 15.
I still have to roll. You watch as she kind of turns towards you and she goes, in this circumstance, one would argue not. For me personally, my sister lives north of that country. And she slowly rises up. And somehow she seems taller than usual. And she kind of gently turns and goes, thank you for your assistance. Do not mistake my current discomfort for disdain towards you and the services you've done for me and the Hoketh Temple. She kind of turns towards you, Remy. Our debt is repaid.
Remy will bow his head.
Yeah, no worries.
If you don't mind, I have some messages to make that are rather urgent.
I have some holy wars to ignite.
If I may be so bold, Lady Isla.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how much history you two have, if any, but it could be a trap for you.
Mr. Grimtongue, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying right here. Right here with you and Mr. Corbeau and the council and my cuddle muffin. But it's probably best if people know what's coming their way. She kind of looks towards you, Remy. I'm sure you would understand that.
Aye, milady.
Rest, and do not worry. This is the burden of Hoketh.
Well, I suppose we'll take our leave. Remy is going to about face and begin walking out.
All right, you guys make your way out, and the door closes behind you.
Unless you want to do
before-
anything, Connor. I was going to say, Connor, if you want to do something.
Just before I leave, I'll just be like, "Good day, Lady Isla."
Good day, Mr. Grimtongue.
She heals for 8.
Yeah, she looks at her hand, you see out the wounds, and she kind of grips it, and she goes, "Thank you." And you exit out. When you exit out, the outside is like a little warmer. It got a little cool in that room, like hauntingly so. And as you guys exit out into the main chambers, you can see kind of the Hoketh like clerics kind of like chatting across the hallway, like, "Hey, yeah." Oh, they kind of stiffen when they see you emerge out from the chamber.
We're just sprouting white hairs.
Yeah, they see the look on your guys' face. You guys look pale, and they're like, "Oh shit."
You got a storm coming, boys.
Honey, you got a big storm coming. Well, in all the time I've known her, she's never done that.
No, and she was very guarded, Panic. There was a twinge in her eye that I've never seen before.
I suppose I can understand if her family's in Martorello. I suppose I can understand. Oh boy,
There are those
Lich.
of us
Lich. What the fuck do we do about that?
Listen, if that is what it is, there is nothing that we can do. None of us. That is well beyond our capabilities.
Fuck, she wants us dead, dude.
Yes, well, that is why you have allies. You had better hope that Lady Isla can get this under control.
Yeah.
But should the worst happen, he's gonna clang his shield a little bit. At least have a little bit of cover to run.
Suppose so. As long as we have waist-high water and that shield, I think we'll be good.
As you guys are walking through the temple, you see one of the Hoketh clerics going, "Where do I put the skull of divine prominence? Over there are the other skulls." "Oh, okay." Just see them moving stuff around.
They'll never find it.
It's gonna get lost.
I have never understood the Hoketh clergy's obsession with skulls.
They're all about death, aren't they?
Yeah, but why keep them around?
Because they help the, what's the word I'm looking for?
Ambiance?
Atmosphere, yes. When I think
suppose-
creepy dead, I think skulls and skeletons and rare artifacts that glow in the right. My sword is from here.
Fair enough. I suppose I can understand that. Ugh. Speaking of which, ugh, my God, it's hard to get the stench out of these clothes.
Yes, I might have to get new ones.
Yeah, me too. What am I even wearing under here? And he just lifts up his coat and he points to his shirt. This thing doesn't even have any fucking buttons.
I don't proclaim to understand your particular fashion sense, Panic. That's your area of expertise. I figured it was something from Tricadia. It was a look that they had.
Maybe. Probably something I had from my luggage when I came here. Something. I just threw it on.
Are you still living out of your luggage?
Well, no, I mean I have like a wardrobe now, but it
Oh, okay.
didn't throw it away.
Well, there, you know those people that move around from place to place and they never truly unpack, never wanting to settle down.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, you guys head out.
Yeah. So.
Okay. As you guys head out, I'm gonna say roll a final perception check for me.
Oh boy. 8.
Okay.
You
Remy?
did it.
With advantage because it's sight based.
Oh, your sight? Okay. That's going to be a soft 20.
Okay. As you guys make your way down the steps, you hear the doors kind of open behind you, and as you turn around, you see appears to be a Hoketh worshiper, different attire. They don't have the veil, but have rather a very sort of tightened armor around the chest, and then like the long sort of coat motif, and like big boots, and they have a lot of bags around them. And you see them immediately kind of run down the stairs. Remy, it's great that you saw him because you have a military background. That is 100% a messenger.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And they run past you and move. And you note that in your conversation and kind of remember that and make your way back to the Sweet Dragon.
Okay.
As the songbirds tweet and the sore pains of fighting and having a hitch thrown at you as well as a scarecrow comes back to haunt you, Greckles and Task, you awaken to the sound of songbirds and gentle wind rolling over plains.
Oh, man, I'm glad we don't have to do that again.
Ask is already looking into the fucking woods, making sure the trees didn't move.
Go ahead and roll a perception check. Actually, no, investigation, actually. I'll let the perception go. I'll let the perception go. I didn't
20.
call it soon enough. 20? Yeah, there's been some rearranging.
Son of a bitch.
Task, it's okay. It seems like they're neutral, if anything. Just as long as we don't start chopping or burning.
Task, like, looks at you like that fucking owl. Like, look how calm she is.
Yeah, the tight eyes. I hate to demand fan art, but I really want that because I love that owl so much. I love Nelly. I love Nelly. She's my favorite owl in the world. As you guys awaken, you can see your guys' crew. They're kind of a bit grumbly because you didn't light a fire, obviously. And the wizard kind of stands up and looks towards you and goes, "Nothing triggered the alarm last night."
Good. We should be in the clear then.
Excellent.
I hope you didn't mind it. I did allow for like little mice and things to go through, or else that would have been very annoying.
No, that's absolutely fair.
Sorry, I interrupted you. And she turns towards you, Task.
No, that's quite all right. I'm going to formally apologize at the beginning that the trek back will be a little bit less comfortable than coming here.
Oh, she kind of waves her hand like very absently. She goes, "The last people we worked for," and you can see everybody else is kind of loading up the wagon and like, folding up the tents and whatnot. "The last people I worked for were so picky about everything. This is actually a rather nice job. Very interesting, too. You're quite strong. I liked your magic." And she nods towards you, Greckles.
Greckles just coyly shrugs a little bit.
It's been the first time I've done that in a while. I was kind of impressed with it myself.
Well, let's get going, shall we?
Very well.
You hear Vane Moore be like, "Oh, you're up. Let's go. We can eat on the road. Let's go."
Really? Not even time for breakfast?
We're not making a fire. What are you going to cook over the fire? We can just eat it on the cart.
I look at the forest every time the word fire is used.
You see like one of the trees like punching another branch, like a person would punch their
Yeah, Taz is already fucking like just sitting on the reins and going, "Let's fucking go already."
All right, roll a vehicle check for me, Task.
Hell yeah. Ooh. Oh, the nat 20 on the other side though.
23 is really good. You guys make your way back, swinging through the various villages. The people you actually hire, you expected them like in Greckles, you have to walk, unfortunately, because there's not enough space for you, but you're walking as well. It's a long way to walk, and you guys do stop and you get some food at the inn of where Anna was from. And you eventually make your way back to Alabas with no issue. You do cover the cargo though, as you go into the city, just to be safe. And also when you hit up the town as well. Which again was a illusion spell by the wizard. She just basically put an illusion over top of it. And as you guys make your way into town, where do you want to take Mike Crank to be stored?
I want to talk to Brok.
Okay, absolutely. You guys make your way up to the council room and request an audience with Brok Bronsfang. You have to wait about an hour, unfortunately, because the moment you ask to see him, he is just in a meeting.
Right.
And as you guys wait with the cart, they do wish to examine it because, you're going into the council district with a large vehicle, which is a little weird and a little sketch. Do you permit this?
Sure.
Under the circumstance that you understand this is very, very precious cargo and please to keep it discreet.
The Avon paladins both kind of nod and go, of course. And they kind of just gently look through. The Vainmore actually provides them with a whole list of what is there, and they actually do a cross comparison to it. And you have an hour, so they're very thorough. And once everything's signed off, they stamp the paper and hand it off to you. And Vainmore kind of turns to you guys and goes, well, besides the cart, that's where we part. Really nice working with you two. You're pretty easygoing types.
Well, if you ever need to catch a drink somewhere, be sure to come to the Sweet Dragon.
Ah, I know the Sweet Dragon. My brother drinks there all the time. Says it's got the best booze in the entire city. Rare stuff.
Oh yeah, the barkeep back there. Oh, she'll fight tooth and nail to get the best hooch. Sometimes literally, just pulls his collar away from his throat.
I've been there once before. Your bartender, that's the orc lady, right?
Good old Helga.
Every time she looks at me, I can feel myself getting divorced.
And that is when Greckles will settle off camera.
Anyway,
I shake his hand. Thank you for your time.
He gives you a really firm hand, like a dwarven handshake, that really firm, all-encompassing, like up and down. It hurts the joints a little bit because
I imagine Tess' arm, the rest of him is fine, but his arm looks like a fucking Mary Blair painting.
Yeah. Take care. And you watch as the wizard kind of goes, take care. And she turns and follows him. And the rest of them all just kind of give you all a salute. You don't really get to know them that well, besides just eating with them.
Yeah.
The one halfling is like, need another banjo. And they leave.
I give him gold.
Yeah, I was going to do that too.
I give him 5 gold.
All right, that's perfect. And as you guys wait, eventually you see... Actually, no. Oh, no, she's working. Never mind. You see an Avon paladin come down and be like, Brok Bronsfang is ready to see you.
Good.
I kind of I pat Avahi on the side and I have him usher the fucking cart in.
They are upset. The lizard hounds have been pulling this really heavy thing for multiple days, and they're not used to it. They like being free and on, horseback style riding.
They will be getting a reward after this, mark my words.
As you guys make your way in, the paladin kind of turns and goes, we're going to be taking you to the stables, not the temple. Is that okay?
That's more than fine, just as long as it's well guarded.
Absolutely. You're in the most well-guarded place in the city.
All right. Then let us await Brok then.
Okay. As you guys make your way, you're eventually led to the stables, which are very nice. It's like a full-on giant, walk-in. It's a very narrow space that is actually set nearby the temple itself. And the inside, you see the most beautiful horses. They're all high-caliber war horses.
Then there's Avahi.
Hansaki just derping around.
Eyes going in 2 different directions.
One of them licks their eyeball.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. 1 second, sorry. You also see one horse that catches your attention. It's a beautiful white mare that is quite big, and it just looks gorgeous. And then you watch as a wing on its side unfolds and stretches, and then comes back into the body.
Whoa, what? Oh, fuck.
Both of you roll a knowledge religion check.
Okay.
Because neither of you would have seen this.
That makes complete sense for
Tess.
Yeah. For both of you, it makes a ton of sense. This is a horse that has wings coming out of its back.
Oh, so it's kind of like that, huh?
They can fly now?
Well, you've got griffins. You got the griffin riders. I guess a horse with wings makes sense.
There you are. You hear a voice behind you guys.
Ah,
You watch as Brok kind of comes around. He's wearing his full gear. I'm sorry, I interrupted you, Tass. Was there something you wanted to do?
No. Okay. What Tass is gonna fucking go interact with the horse? He's fucking like up to the thing's kneecap.
Brok kind of walks in. He looks very good. He seems like pretty engaged, and there's a little bit of a bounce to his step as he walks in. He goes, "Hey, you two.
Aye. Sorry
Hey.
to pull you away from whatever it was you were doing.
No, this is important. And, if this is Solly's mission, it's Solly's mission." He walks over and he examines the main body of Mike Crank. Wow. He's way more damage than the reports said after the battle.
well, apparently, it seems some kind of necrotic force took him over, and was the wildest thing, Borg. I've never seen a construct do this, but it was emitting undead soldiers from that battle.
We might have to cleanse. He kind of just waves at all of it. Might be best to do some sort of ritual to ensure that nothing about this is hollowed before we entrust it to some that might not have a better chance of dealing with the problem. But good work. He kind of runs a hand by his back and he just goes, "Go ahead."
Speaking of, have you been briefed about the Silver Kobolds at all?
Yes, we had a very intriguing meeting with an ambassador there, apparently. What was their name? Aubin?
Oh, Abby, yeah.
There's some
Whatever
sort
that
of
Yes.
gatekeeper something. But yes, we've made communications with them. They're not particularly privy to conversations of a political nature, but many of those who are Oriara worshippers, as well as the members from Numeria and their sort of respective inventors guilds, have made a very fast connection with those individuals. So, reclusive as they may be, they are not opposed to speaking with us. So that is positive. In terms of what you requested in particular, we did get a message back, and they are, and in their words, intrigued. And when made mention of you, and he looks down to you, Task, they were very eager to assist.
It's good
Wow.
news.
That is very good news.
It may be more than Micrank that we're going to need if we're going to get rid of, well, that wonderful red forest.
From my knowledge in speaking with Solly, the goal of this is not to kill him. And as much as I would love to, believe me, right now the goal is to get you through that wood, based on my understanding.
No, that is correct. I don't know what we're gonna-
No, I absolutely know what we're going to do. We're going to throw as many constructs as we can at this thing that are willing, because it is completely blind to the fact of something that is inanimate.
Brooke crosses his arms and kind of looks down and goes, "There's something about the nature of the constructs that is both a blessing and a curse. The good news is none of them have violent tendencies. We haven't had a single reported issue of any violent act between construct and man, with the exception of one instance of a, I believe your cleric, Log, was it?
Yeah.
Preaching
Action
without
Martin.
a license. We had to arrest him for that purpose. It was a very strange moral dilemma. We weren't sure what to quite do with it, but they're not violent, and that also means that they might not be violent towards Fleur as a result."
Oh, trust me, that's a complete fabrication.
You say that, Bork, but there have been many hints, and I'm sure you've seen it before. There is something going on with that collective. They're becoming more sentient. They're creating art. They're having ideas that are extraordinary, that only true sentient creatures could have.
May I ask, Brok, I'm not a religious person, but remind me again what the creatures are, the ones that are depicted to be almost sort of like creatures made of eyes and rings and metal with wings that are supposed to be terrifying beyond all recognition and power.
Some Celestials have such depictions. I imagine that's what you're referring to.
Log can summon those.
What? He just actually, like, you
Log-
see him, he's like kind of looking confused. The little boy who...
That little boy has been completely blessed by Oriara. Similar to how Bob may be some kind of speaker for Orin, log may be a speaker for Oriara.
It summoned a creature that could will saw-like objects on its hands and cut through wood like it's butter with a knife.
That's so perplexing. We have reached out to some of the constructs that were once used as sort of stationary guards in hopes that perhaps they would be interested in joining the Avon clergy, but they've all been but opposed. Their interests are not in fighting at all. So this is interesting. The only construct, to my knowledge, that has had any semblance or want to be combat efficient have been, and he just gestures a hand towards Mike Crank.
Then he may be central in this goal. If he could rally the constructs into a greater cause, whether it be for Oriar or to protect the city, that might be our ace in the hole.
We may not be able to pull resources from the constructs here, but I bet you that if you were to ask if there's any way that the Silver Kobolds, apart from Mike Crank, could possibly give us some sort of advantage on that.
To my knowledge, based off of the reports, they are currently in the works of rebuilding elements of their own place after a botched flight attempt. I don't know what that means. And the loss of one of their figureheads as well, which I believe Abi has taken up the position of. That being said, we are going to have some of the Silver Kobolds come here to work on Mike Crank. So if you wish to visit the efforts and the work being done, I highly recommend that. I'm going to be handing off that work to Hammernar, as well as any members of the Oriar clergy and any constructs who have any vested interest. Your little friend might prove useful if they do as what you say.
And I imagine that if what you say is true about the fact that they agreed to assist just because of my mere mention, my presence there might be more beneficial.
Certainly, I would appreciate that. That would be most excellent. Well, I can take it from here. You can leave your beasts. You can take your beasts with you, if you wish.
Oh, aye. They deserve a reward after lugging this giant monstrosity here to you.
Greckles, before you leave, could I have a word?
Can I insight that?
Abso-frickin-lutely you can.
18?
He seems to want to talk to you something personal.
Does he seem upset?
No.
Okay, good.
Sure. Task if you can get Hanzaki, and if you're gonna take them to a pet spa or something, let me know. I can kick in the gold.
Oh no, I'm taking them to a butcher.
Oh, sorry, that took a minute. Well, here, he's gonna chuck.
I'm not going to eat my lizard hound, Greckles.
Well, here, he's
You've
gonna
done your job. Shink, shink.
He's gonna chuck you 9 gold.
No, Greckles. He's my warhound. I'll do it.
Sorry, it's just the timing of it all.
Thank you for picking up what I put down.
Greckles will launch 9 gold at you to just help pay for things.
Sure. And I'll take Hanzaki and Avahi out so they can go get some food.
Cool.
All right.
Okay.
Burke, after you.
He kind of leans up against the post, and one of the horses kind of like turns around. He kind of leans down and goes, "You don't have to accept this, but when we first met each other, we were pretty amicable, and then things kind of went not good."
Yeah, it's a nice way to put it, I suppose.
And I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too. I wasn't exactly being the easiest person to work with. But if nothing else, Burke, please trust me when I say this. The only thing that I care about now, and the one thing that I will devote my entire life to, is the protection of the city.
That's why I felt like I should have said this. I think we're both arm in arm on this path, and we can't let that stop us.
It was a hard start, but hard starts don't have to lead to hard finishes.
No. You're a very valuable ally. Not just to me, but to Sully and everyone else I know.
And trust me when I say we all of us at the Sweet Tavern know, that the Sweet Dragon understand how much stress you're going through. We really do.
Funny enough, all this stuff with the Oran clergy has made every other piece of noise kind of fade into insignificance. I can't tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I would say that's probably a bad thing, Brok, because then you're just forgetting about yourself. I understand that duty comes first. I won't sit here and lecture a paladin, but don't let duty take place of your entire life. Be sure to stop and appreciate the things that you have in your life. You don't know how long you're going to have them.
You sound just like someone I know.
Oh. My trip through the elemental planes really did teach me a lot.
Well, to the future, and to what it holds.
To the future.
Stay out of trouble, rogue.
Oh, by the way, Brok.
Yes?
Whenever the time is appropriate, I would like to offer up my services to assist Welch whenever the opportunity is given.
That is a conversation for Doros, I think.
That's fair. I just wanted to make sure that, I don't know if I was slinking the side streets, just wanted to make sure that it was done in Alvast's interest.
Keep an eye on the docks if you're doing that.
Oh, why the docks?
People come in and out there. A lot of rumors. A lot of stuff regarding other countries tends to float around there. Words that don't reach the city usually. Just a thought. I'm no expert at that.
Do you think anything's made its way past the docks, hinting at spies and such?
If they have, Bismati Primtosh is either going to rip them apart with her fangs or her very sternful look.
Fair enough. I'll keep my ears out.
He kind of thinks about the ear thing for a second, and like you can see him going through like the 4 stages of thought process and just kind of nods towards you. Right. Take care, Greckles.
You do, Brok.
All right.
Yay, closure!
He's been sitting on that for a while.
Yeah, we haven't had time.
No.
I'm feeding Hanzaki and Vahi an actual fucking roasted turkey. They're both getting
Okay,
turkey.
you're getting a turkey. So for a big turkey, I'm gonna say probably about for a huge turkey. You want 1 for each, right?
Yeah, of course.
3 gold.
Sure, fuck it.
Yeah. They're not the nicest turkeys, but they're gonna work. You buy it from like a human butcher guy who has like these crazy mutton chops and like an underbite, and he just kind of unhooks the 2 turkeys. They still have the heads on too.
How massive is this man's tattoo on the side of his arm?
He has like the mom heart with like the knife going through it.
Excellent.
Yeah, and it's like really big, and then from there he's got like a kraken running down the arm, and he even has like tattoos on his knuckles of the various different like kind of like nautical looking things. He looks like a retired sailor of some manner.
This is a very well put together establishment. I can get behind this.
Oh yeah, it's not breaking any health code violations at all. It's perfect. As he hands the turkeys to you, they're bigger than you. They're massive turkeys.
I kind of like got an underhand and just like barely keep them off the floor as I trudge over to Avahi and Hanzaki, and I give them each a turkey.
All right. As actually, can both you guys roll intelligence checks for your lizard hounds for a fun thing here?
Me as well.
Which is the dumb?
I rolled
yeah.
the same shit. Oh wait, no, that's just raw. It's raw. It's 11.
So you want to roll for your lizard? You want to roll for your lizard hound's intelligence, which I believe is
right. That's correct. Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Okay, so
because they're a little dumb. So
well, let's see what this yields. Okay, so that's a potential. Zito, can you grab the stats? 8.
It's -3.
14.
Okay, go ahead and roll yours for Avahi.
I did already. Avahi got an 8.
An 8? Okay. As they eat the turkey, Hanzaki eats his turkey and like they crunch down on it a couple times. It's not like a tegu eating. If you ever see a tegu eat, it's like a crunch and then they swallow it and you just see the tongue kind of run across the mouth. Avahi like doesn't bite down and tries to swallow it. You just hear him go, ow, ow, wah, wah. He starts choking and there's like half a turkey coming out of his mouth.
Okay, well, I guess kobold medicine. Instead of a Heimlich, I'm gonna fucking ram into his stomach to get it out.
All right, you ram into his stomach and and it lands on the ground and gets covered in mud. And like a dog eating its own throw up, it just runs over and just starts eating it again with the dirt included, and just like crunches down on it and swallows it really quickly.
All right, the stone will break up the grit.
And as you guys make your way back to meet up with Remy and Panic for an uncertain tomorrow, and the stage is set to approach Fleur de Mort potentially, a haunting darkness creeping from the sewers, rattling the minds of both Remy and Panic. A darkened forest looming ahead. That's where we're going to end the session for tonight.
Oh,
Yeah.
buddy.
Oh man.
Bye, Austin.
Bye, Austin.
Bye, Austin. My lights are flickering. I'm scared.
Oh, jeez.
Mel.
She's here.
escaped.
We're at 175.
Fleur de Mel.
Man, I want to go fight Mel now.
Mort de Fort. No!
It's a lich.
We're level 11. We're gonna get fucking murdered.
Not if our rolls are good.
175.
Yep.
Yeah. So are we okay with my episode name?
Yeah, I like that,
Yeah.
actually.
Forgotten Toys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe I wrote it down. Let me see. Yeah, I wrote it down. Unless chat comes up with a better one. I trust chat. They've actually like hit the nail on the head so many times.
Let me look at the. I actually have to go to twitch.tv/the Unexpectable.
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
This was a good session, guys. This was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
it was really
combat,
tense.
that combat was really great. I love that. So, Mike Crank obviously was broken, so he had a bunch of problems with him, and there was supposed to be more with John, but you know,
What was Sean capable of? I'm curious.
a lot of damage and a lot of being really scary as a result. Like he was gonna have a bunch of fear stuff happen if he hit people and stuff like that. And like I wanted to have him do additional necrotic damage and like there is some other stuff I don't want to say because I might recycle it, but you know, Panic and Remy played that really well, so I'm not even upset. That just happens sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta SEAL team it.
Sometimes you gotta let them do the skip and you know, do the what do they call it, a
Wrong warp to the end of the.
I'm so
the
sad
end
you
of the
guys didn't
dungeon.
roll high to wrong warp. I would have totally done that.
That
That would be really funny.
Wrong warp to
Well,
the final
congratulations, Monty. You had your Johnny Dark Souls. Fuck it. You had your Johnny Dark Souls moment.
episode. Yeah, we
I
Black
did.
Iron Tarkist him.
It was fucking 175 episodes later, but you finally had the same problem I had.
Yeah, it happens though.
Yeah, of course. Like
That's what
whatever.
happened.
I probably could have done a little bit more editing on our boy John, but I didn't want to go too crazy considering there's only 2 bodies in the fight. But that's, you know what, that's okay.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Contrary to popular belief, your DM is not here to straight up kill you. It's to provide a fun and balanced, somewhat challenge.
I do have to apologize. You know, I really was trying to kite, and it just was not happening.
I'm sorry. I was just like, you like flew away, and they were like, "All right," and then just turned back towards task. And I'm like,
But you know,
no.
you never know if they're single-minded.
Also, before anyone yells at me, because Mike Crank was based off of a specific creature, it does summon specters, and the specters are immune to light. They actually are completely immune to any like light adversary or whatever it's called. My brain is fried.
Adversity.
So yeah, so they're completely unaffected with their summon that way. So I could just, after reading that ability, I'm like, someone's gonna be like, but I swear to God, I'm not talking about my.
Also, come on, we could take a lich. It's only a CR 21.
I mean, if you combined all 4 of us, we're CR 40. That's how it works,
Finger
right?
of death at will.
You know.
So I opened the door. I opened the door.
let's see.
How much shotgun damage do I take?
I'm curious now.
Oh, it's got no. It has slots. It has no. It has one. It has one slot of level 7.
Let's see.
So not at will. Just there's a lot of spells.
Just a lot.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's power word kill. That's
Yeah,
worrisome.
that's a 9th level goodbye button.
You mean you could have used that the whole time? No, not the whole time. Only when it was funny.
Just straight up ice one of us.
Every
Oh.
single one of his abilities, beyond just like a couple of them, is literally he like just fucks you over with something. Like you either get feared or paralyzed, or you just take a ton of damage. But yeah, you guys can fight this totally. Oh man.
Good session.
All right,
though.
let's do outros.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, Edward Bosco, where can they find you?
At Ed Bosco VA on both Instagram and Twitter, and right here on twitch.tv/Edward Bosco.
Rough God.
Yeah. Gaijin Goomba, where can they find you?
Twitch.tv/GaijinGoop every Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, 7 p.m. US Central Time, doing Samurai Warriors 5 with Bosco. It's been a lot of fun. Gonna do that until Otagami drops next month. In 2 weeks, we're gonna have our Otaku Obon. Check it out. It's me busting out the drum, and we're gonna be just nerding it up really hard with Obon music. Look it up if you're curious. I got a new video going out on the Gaijin Perspective channel, ripping Snake Eyes apart for being culturally deaf for the last 50 years. Aside from that, New Witcher Ninja on past Snake Eyes. That's me as far as I can tell. I'm very tired.
Woo.
Oh, we're working on the Oni race too. Still in
Yeah.
production.
Hooray.
Speaking of which, I believe Jack. Sorry to take away, but Jack actually uploaded the original art of the Oni up on his Twitter.
Oh, nice.
Definitely give Jack some love. He's a fantastic artist, and
I still
he did a
have to
really
do.
good job.
I still have to do the video over them.
I'm curious about that one.
Oh boy, it's a lot. That's me.
Alrighty. Zito, where can they find you?
Twitch.tv/Zito, CZ Backlash on Twitter, the Ever Rankin Almanac on Patreon, and just type Christopher Zito in DM's Guild. You'll find my shit. I mean, if you didn't know for the fact that Aloysius has still been on the front page for almost a month now at this point. From what I've been told is that for a lot of people who have been asking me if I can make a physical copy, I can't. However, there's a workaround. If you can push Aloysius to be sold to 1,001 copies, it will go platinum. And if it goes platinum, that gives me all the rights in the world, apparently to DM's Guild standards, that I can make physical copies of whatever the fuck I put out. So I could make a copy of both Aloysius's both Aloysius volumes into one. And if it doesn't, then you're just gonna have to wait until I do 3 because 3 has been guaranteed. But yeah, Volume 2 is on its way. It'll boast another 40 extra classes. I mean, I'm sorry, 4 classes, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
40 new races. A lot of it actually pulled from Spelljammer. So I bring Spelljammer back from the dead for your 5e games as playable characters. A couple of new lineages. But beyond that, it will bring both Aloysius 1 and 2 to a grand total of... Oh god, what was it? It was 40, 20... Yeah, 62 races between Volume 1 and 2. When Volume 3 hits, it'll bring it up to 100.
So
yeah...
cool.
Go to my Twitch channel. I'm playing indie games again because I upgraded Jub to a real boy status.
Smell, yeah. Monty, where do they find you?
You can find me at MontyGlue on Twitter, and you can find me at twitch.tv/MontyGlue. Streams are probably going to be really weird because I'm getting my COVID vaccine on Friday, and I might collapse, but I might try streaming tomorrow. I don't know what I'll stream. I actually want to fix my helmet and do a helmet stream, I think, because I haven't done that in a while. It could be really fun. So streams are gonna be kind of weird until things kind of clear up in that way. So thank you for your patience in advance. And yes, potentially it can affect next week's episode of Unexpectables. So I'll keep you guys posted as the weeks go by. I have no idea how the shot is going to go over. I've had people tell me it's not a big deal, and other people who I know who've, had a not good time. So I'm erring on the side of caution. So just a heads up on that. But I'm playing Metopia, and Nemesis is a horse girl. That's all. It's great.
There we go. And they can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.com/DistortionDevil, where I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Playing Tabletop Simulator, Guilty Gear Strive, Among Us, Yakuza 4, and Wildermyth. Be sure to check out Dead House Sonata. They just released their new Founders Pack editions. If you got your old Founders Packs, those are still good. You've got some exclusive stuff now that is not available to anybody anymore. But if you didn't manage to pick up those Founders Packs, then you can absolutely pick up the new ones for the first stage, the second stage, or the Action Ring. Those are live now. And also be sure to check out my DM's Guild, where I release 5th edition subclasses, which are probably going to be a bit more slow going here, just because I got a lot on my plate, but they'll be coming out. And as always, I'd like to thank our lovely sponsor for this episode that gave us a lot of really great rolls. Die Hard Dice.
Good. For rolling high on the Spectre's Die Hard Dice.
Yeah. All those
so
lovely,
nice.
lovely dice were so kind to us tonight. Yeah, you can pick up yourself up dice and dice accessories over at dieharddice.com. And if you use the coupon code TheUnexpectables, you can get 10% off your entire order. And down the way, it's time for some business. Kokodai, thank you for these 7 months. Woo, 7 months. Hope for many more. Also, Monty, I'm sorry how Rito massacred your boy.
How what?
I don't know.
Retail
How what?
massacred your boy?
Rito.
Oh,
Rito.
Rito.
It may have been Zito. May have been a mistype.
Maybe. Although
Wait,
R and Z
what?
are far away from on the keyboard.
That's
It
fair.
might be Remy, because it's Remy massacred my boy.
If it's speech to text,
Potentially.
that's fair.
We'll see. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Manny Watcha, thank you for the 5 months, or 7 months rather. Oh, hey, 7 month subscription. Yeah. Spencer Taylor, thank you for the 13 months. Nice. Necroma X3986, thank you for the 6 months. Loving the session. This will probably be the last time I can catch it live for a while, since my D&D sessions are also on Wednesday.
Go forth and roll dice.
Yeah. Print Equation, thank you for the 13 months. Just wanted to say, you guys rule.
Thank you.
Yeah. L Robot, thank you for the giving a tier 1 sub to Speedrunners.
That's represent.
Yeah. Berg Flax, thank you for the 15 bits. Did the peck Remy gave Greckles when they first met ever get mentioned again?
That was like years ago at this point.
Real life years ago.
Real human years.
Perhaps. Iron Starum, thank you for the 300 bits. Hope Talk is doing well. I started listening to you guys through his channel on YouTube. Hope he returns for the finale. I've always loved his goofy humor. Flustered Bun, thank you for the 1 bit. How's everyone been taking care of themselves? They're doing all right. I went on vacation. That's how I took care of myself.
I'm gonna get goop injected into my bones on Friday.
I'm
I
trying
have-
to get a
whoa.
car.
I haven't been taking care of myself at all, so that's how that's going.
We were doing good. Today was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zanwin, thank you for the 70 bits. Big Peace Pipe, thank you for the 100 bits. You need an ace detective to investigate gay crimes. P.S. For clarity, figuratively lost, literally died.
Oh.
Magic Ninja Go, thank you for the 100 bits. Also, this handmade ramune candy really hits your tongue.
Nice.
Oh.
Ooh.
Is that the box?
I like
Is
ramune
that-
candy.
Is that like the Boxu or one of those
That's
random?
probably the Boxu, yeah.
It's probably Boxu, yeah.
You should
My-
try
my-
it. It's real good.
My fear is that I'll find something and I'll love it more than anything, and I'll never be able to get it again.
Yes, you can.
sure you can get it
actually.
imported.
No, listen. You can actually go to their website and buy things individually.
Oh, really? That's
Yes.
actually really cool.
That's awesome.
The
Actually,
Unexpectables is not sponsored by Boxu, but if
yeah.
Oh, but I am.
Gaijin is. There you go.
There you go.
Boxu needs to sponsor us. We can eat. We can tell everyone what it tastes like as we eat it because we don't have a camera.
I don't want to put.
I actually,
What?
Monty,
You do that all the time, Monty.
Monty, you're gonna hate it. But my dad got a sampler pack from a subscription service called Nuts.com.
I hate you. I hate you so much. Also, nuts.com, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking love almonds. Anyway, mm,
Where were you, buddy?
I'm looking. Oh, Spoofalupus. Thank you for the 2 months of Prime subbage. Finally able to catch the show. Unfortunately, I'm stuck at home from work with a migraine. Ah, shucks. I'm sorry about that,
Jeez.
Spoofalupus. Zenlita, thank you for the 300 bits. Remy and Panic are lucky. If they messed up the frame perfect jump badly enough, they would have soft locked the whole campaign and had to start over from the down.
It's pretty good.
Bangalangs, thank you for the 100 bits. Episode title, Lich, please.
That's a little too much giveaway.
You guys
Man.
can deal with the Lich. You dealt with a kind of an Eidolon thing.
Yeah.
So.
That's a great title, but it has no bearing on this for now, though.
Big Peace Pipe, thank you for the 110 bits. Lady Isla and Johnny Dark Souls. Lady Isla could Johnny Dark Souls a Lich. She would just be pissed because it would cost some rare items. What the?
What the hell was that?
Here's a reminder. Take out the trash.
Thanks, Alexa.
You just got mommed by Alexa.
Alexa, that reminder is for Thursday.
What's the reminder for?
Never mind.
Damn. Where were you when a man got blasted on stream?
Everyone in chat is like, take out the trash, Connor.
New meme unlocked.
I mean, I guess I could if it is Thursday.
I think my favorite moment was when we were like, you guys were fighting the that robot dog when you were heading up the mountain of repetition, and like you yelled at Alexa, roll initiative, and she said like, I want to attack the darkness.
Yeah.
So funny.
Ace Bounty, thank you for the 10 bits. Missed you guys. I hope you had a good vacation, Connor. If you're ever on Hyperion server on Final Fantasy 14, let me know and we'll have some fun.
Bro, data center.
Yeah. Right now I'm in the Crystal Data Center, I believe.
Well, like I said, don't you worry. Come November, that shit won't matter anymore. You can play wherever the fuck you want.
Yeah. Fat Spartan, thank you for the 100 bits. Episode title of Rust and Rot. That's pretty good too. Ooh, Bangalangs, thank you for the 5 bits. Episode title Ghost in the Machine.
Ooh.
That is pretty good.
Ooh. That
Did
one's
we
also
use that,
really
though?
good.
That's really good. It's a toss-up. We got
I
some
kinda-
bangers here in the chat right now.
Yeah, that one's kind of really good. I don't know.
We'll think about it.
I'll write that one down though.
The Perkicizer, thank you for the 100 bits. Thank you all for the week off so I could move. Episode title suggestion, have you tried resetting it? Iron Starum, thank you for the 600 bits. Hope Talker's doing well. Always loved his style of humor. I started listening to you guys through his YouTube channel. Oh, wait.
You already read that one.
Yeah.
No, this is a different one, but it's the exact same message.
Oh.
Bizarre.
By the
this
way-
will be my last donation. I will return next week, and I won't be able to stay up past 7 o'clock for you guys. Take care, and thank you for helping me find a new hobby and for making an entire year of my unemployment durable. Thank you so much, Iron Star.
By the way, I just want to point out something as I'm putting my notes away here. You know, you guys were rolling those D10s for my crank.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One of them is actually like he thinks you're his creator.
Oh,
son of a bitch!
And
It's
he
really
gets even angrier.
no, he gets really sad. He thinks you're his creator, and he feels sad, and it's very cute.
God damn it! I wanted that.
Who was alive until recently, right?
Yeah, Artemis, you guys were there when Artemis like got straight up murdered. That was the second arc. Was dealing with
Yeah.
that. So
We
that
could have
would've
prevented this. Bubba Bob, thank you for the 500 bits. In 40,000, Zito.
Oh, god damn it!
Zinlita, thank you for the 100 bits. You guys could definitely fight a lich. You won't win, but you could fight it.
Oh yeah. For a millisecond, we'll be in there.
been. You can drink lava once.
It's the forbidden fruit juice.
Daffy, that was the greatest trick I've ever seen. They want more. They want more. I know, but I can only do it once. Fantastic, Callum. Thank you for the 100 bits. Why do liches always have to be such a-holes? Why can't they be chill? All right, the murders.
the required sacrificial murders. Yeah.
Even if liches were like good, like I know how it's different in different people's settings, but even if the like liches were like nice or good to people, they would still be like taking life from other people irregardless.
Yeah, you know, they
They
still
have
had
to.
to do something. They still had to get there.
Yeah.
Don't they get to a point where they're just like a barely sentient skull, and it's like grandpa, but you know, just a skull?
I think that's if they're not fed enough.
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine though? Like, there's a lich that's hundreds and like centuries years old, and he's just so senile. Like, he's got all these minions that are just trying to fight for him, and he's like, "Who are you? What's here?
Where are my cranberries and where's my prunes?
Where's my foot?
Where's my favorite FEMA?
I said I wanted the catacombs cleaned out yesterday.
Come on." That'd be like you have this big like level 15 to 20 fight through this dungeon. You get to the final boss and it's just a senile lich skull.
Isn't that Tomb of Annihilation though?
It
Isn't that
is.
just
Is it?
the plot of Tomb of Annihilation?
Well, the final boss, I spoiler alert, we shouldn't spoil the pre-mates, but one of the final bosses is a lich, I believe, or is part of
A
the
demi-lich.
story,
Demi.
something like that. yeah.
Which is what you were describing. It's just the head of a lich.
Gotcha.
Pretty sure he had a full body. I'm fairly certain, but don't quote me on that.
Anyway,
Yeah. I Grim, thank you for subbing for 13 months. XY Lily, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to nut.com.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Berg Flax, thank you for the 10 bits. Take out the trash, Connor. I suppose I could.
New meme unlocked.
Magic Ninja Go, thank you for the 100 bits. Also, or 300 combined bits. Also, this booklet says the ramen candy is like the actual summertime drink. In fact, it says they recreate the classic soda pop flavor in this candy.
that's not surprising. Boxu finds people that go all in with what they make.
Yeah, I'm tempted to try the wasabi flavored potato snack in this box.
Oh,
there are
they're
also maple cream pancakes that are just like tiny pancakes.
Also good. They're pancake sandwiches. They've got syrup and butter stuffed in the middle of them. Sorry, I like
Hey.
my Japanese snacks.
Hey, chat. Yeah, the 363 of you that are still here, you're one of the good ones. You stayed here. Bye, Aloysius' Guide to Social Acceptance. The circle has been closed.
And finally, from Dusty Bone, thank you for the 100 bits. Does this asterisk mention a Spumoni? If not, I will lament.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. I'll take back what I said about you being the good ones.
Yeah, the memers stayed behind. This is what we get.
Yeah, the fucking memers stayed. God damn it.
I love Spumoni.
Oh, TFS at the table reference.
Oh, I thought I was talking about the ice cream flavor.
Well, it did, again, reference. It's a whole
Gotcha.
big thing. I killed an NPC. I killed a throwaway NPC in brutal fashion because everyone tried to make him the next big thing. So I had the party eat him in ice cream.
We got 2 more bits. Thornton 6000, thank you for the 200 bits. You probably won't go for this, but episode title: A Tale of Two Combats. Bangalang 00, thank you for the 2 bits. Already bought it, Chief.
Hell yeah,
And-
my dude.
And finally, Volk, thank you for the bit. If the USA was a D&D character, what would its highest stat be? Its constitution.
Plus
No, it's
2.
fucking not.
Plus 2.
All right, we good to go, Connor?
Yeah.
All right, who do we want to raid? I have.
I have
Oh yeah. You have a suggestion?
I did.
Well, I have a suggestion of a friend of mine, but I don't know if anyone else wants to, if anyone else has anything.
I do have one. My friend Jess, I've been friends with them for 8 years, give or take. She's doing art. She's one of the people that helps put us up whenever Aki and I go to Japan to visit. They recently had a not a car totaling, but a lot of car damage. She's currently doing a fundraiser to try and get that fixed.
Are you okay if we raid that, Zito? Is that okay?
One of these days, you're gonna raid someone I like.
I'm sorry.
One of these fucking days, you're gonna do it.
Would you like to? She's a tiny, cute Lolita.
No. I'm dude. It's fine. I don't mind. I'm just being a shit.
All right.
It's a joke. I do that.
So let me. Money.
Yeah, can you grab that?
Yep.
And
Yep.
I can send this there.
Let's see here. Her handle is Trombone Art, as in the Mega Man Legends character. They are very big into the Megamans.
Mega Man. All right. What will our raid message be?
Good question. Honestly, it's gonna scare her out of her wits. So, I guess.
How about surprise in all caps? Surprise!
Yes, surprise. Space between each letter.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Surprise!
Thank you.
No clip wall.
No clip wall.
Get out of here, you rapscallions.
Love y'all.
Bye.
Goodbye.